uniform. They have 6 different combinations. This would be one of them. I don't think they've used this jersey, but they've got cream hat, cream jersey, script hat, navy jersey, navy hat, gray jersey. We saw them with the, I think it was the script in navy. Red hat, powder blue jersey, navy hat, white jersey. There's a whole bunch of combinations. Hawaii taking the field in their white pinstripes. And it's time to give you Gonzaga's batting order for Coach Machtolf. Bo Schinkel will lead off in center field. He is followed by right fielder Noah Meffert. Mikey Bell, third base, hit third. Second baseman is Hudson Shoup. He moves up a couple spots in the lineup. Batting fifth in left field is Ryder Young. The sixth place hitter is first baseman Tommy Eisenstadt. Batting seventh at shortstop is Andy Cisneros. He moves up a spot. Brandon Cabrera, who came in as a pinch runner yesterday and stayed in the game defensively in the 12th. Cabrera is the designated hitter, and Luca DiPaolo will hit ninth. They will face off against former Gonzaga Bulldog Liam O'Brien in his second year with the University of Hawaii. O'Brien, a 6'5", 215-pound senior from Tucson, Arizona, who last year 4-3 with a 2.60 earned run average in 52 innings pitched. The numbers face value were pretty filthy when you look at the low ERA, when you look at a 120 batting average against. He only allowed 20 hits. 2 of them were extra base hits. But when you look deeper into the numbers and you saw the control issues, that was one of those things that really stuck out. O'Brien getting an opportunity again collegiately and coming back to the University of Hawaii. And you heard Rich Hill talk about it a short time ago, working on some of the mental things. The 38 walks were high. 59 strikeouts just goes right along with some of his, wickedly tough fastball offerings at 93 to 96 on the gun. Has a tight curveball he'll throw in there as well. So we'll see how O'Brien looks here early on. The Hawaii defense around him, left to right, Evan Rolbecki will start in left. Kamada Nahaku starts in center. And in right is Draven Nushida. Tate Shimao over at third. Elijah Iquez the shortstop. Cody Watanabe is at second. And Ben Ziegler-Namoa makes the start at first. Kamaehu Sanchez starts behind the plate, working with the righty O'Brien. Our umpires, Matthias Frommeltz behind the plate. John Flanagan is at first. Chris Marr is over at third. Winds, you can hear it already. It's going to be something you hear all game long. The wind advisory is still up. I think it got extended through tomorrow. Gusty winds are in the forecast as we see Schinkel into the batter's box as we get ready to go. Final game of 4 here in opening weekend against Gonzaga. Schinkel hitting from the left side as O'Brien ready from the stretch. His first pitch is a fastball high and outside. Ball 1. We are underway. First pitch time at 1:06. Gusty winds up to 35 miles an hour, and it is cool, dare I say a little cold here in Manoa. 1-0. Another fastball. There's a strike on the outer half. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's 75 degrees, and they say it feels like 70. That's not a joke. I can feel it from up here. And those winds will hang around all afternoon. 1-1 pitch to Schinkel. And fastball's a little hot. 2 balls, 1 strike. Schinkel hitting 154 with 2 RBI to open up the year. Looking at the Spectrum gun, that fastball reading 94. 2 balls, 1 strike. Next pitch. Fastball, hard hit to short. Taken by Iquez on 2 hops. His throw over at first is in time. 1 away. So Schinkel retired. Noah Meffert coming up. Meffert, the team's leading hitter right now through 3 games. .429 average. with an RBI. Transferred from a Pac West school in Point Loma Nazarene. Was a third-team all-conference selection last year. Mentioned the Pac West, so he's played UH Hilo and Chaminade and Hawaii Pacific. Righty versus righty matchup. First pitch from O'Brien is a fastball over the inside corner. Strike one. Last year, hit .338 with 11 home runs and 55 runs driven in. Yesterday for Meffert, 2 doubles and an RBI. Run scored. He was 3 for 6. Next pitch. That went down and away. Bouncing away from Sanchez, the catcher. 1 ball, 1 strike. The one difference between yesterday and today, we start this game, and it is outside of the wind. It is beautiful out in front of us at this cathedral. 1-1 pitch. Nice breaking ball slider up in the zone on the inner half. 1-2. We had some rain earlier. It was brief. It was passing. And there's not much scheduled in the forecast as far as we know. 1 ball, 2 strikes. O'Brien to the plate. And this one fouled back off the facing of the roof. And we'll do it again at 1-2. We'll have a short rest week here for UH because they're off tomorrow and Wednesday. And then 4-game series starts Thursday against Wichita State. 1-2. O'Brien's pitch. Fastball. This is driven in the air, foul territory, but that one sails foul. Good thing that guy on the bike in the driveway to our right didn't get hit by that. Obviously, it's a holiday, so you don't have classes going on, but you still got people on campus. You've got practices going on. I think men's and women's basketball have practiced this afternoon. People just wanted to get exercise in. 1-2. Fastball. That's also fouled back. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Speaking of exercise, Scott Robbs got his on his way to the booth.
Let me tell you, it is so windy down there. My toupee almost blew off. It's crazy windy out there.
I'm glad to see a portion is still there.
Yeah.
1-2.
It's on my chin.
O'Brien ready. Hands at the belt his pitch. Breaking ball. That one spoiled in on his hands and fouled back. Still 1-2.
I'm excited about this afternoon. Number one reason, seeing Liam O'Brien go against his old school, right? Because you would think they'd have some pretty good scouting on Liam. And I'm sure also on his part, he wants to beat the school he left.
That you could maybe argue that he would have wished he had an opportunity to pitch more there. That breaking ball swung on and missed. For strike 3, goes with that curveball running down and away. Meffert retired, 2 down here in the top of the first. I mean, his last year at Gonzaga only threw 7 1/3 innings. Mm-hmm. I mean, this has been a great opportunity for him to grow. Rich Hill talked about that earlier today. Last year was he was still a work in progress coming to Hawaii.
So if you remember, the first 3 or 4 weeks, he led the country in ERA.
Yeah, he was brilliant.
Remember the game against Wichita State, complete game. I think he struck out double digits.
No score here in the top of the first, and first pitch heater up and into Mikey Bell.
He has all the tools. It's just putting it all together. And for the most part, I thought last year he was pretty good. He got a little worn down towards the end of the season, but I think having him as a number 4 guy right now, that shows you how deep the pitching is.
1 ball, no strikes. Next pitch. That's a breaking ball down and away. 2-0. Of course, this is a day where Rich Hill talked about the inflammation that he had earlier. He's fine, but this is not expected to be kind of a full 6 innings or 7.
Oh, no,
this will be a staff-like game.
Yeah, I think you'd want to get at least 3 innings out of him if you can, and that'd probably be enough.
2-0 pitch. Fastball popped in the air. This down the right field line, heading over is Nushida at the warning track right near the fence. Right in front of the 325 sign. That ball moved in the wind. Took Nushida about 2 feet away from that one leaving the yard. It ends up being a loud third out, and the inning coming to an end. A 1-2-3 frame for Liam O'Brien. We go to the bottom of the first. It is Gonzaga 0 in Hawaii coming to the plate. You're listening to Hawaii Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
Lex Brody's Tire Company would like to say thank you very much for supporting UH. Wear your favorite UH gear into Lex Brody's and get an extra 5% off tires, brakes, and most other services on top of LexBrodys.com Super Saver coupons. You're the best fans, and Lex Brody's voted #1 in North America is the best choice for brake repairs and to purchase tires. Please visit LexBrodys.com for additional details and to set an online appointment.
Thank you very much.
Tire Company.
You tackle an endless to-do list every day. It may seem like a thankless job, but you know better. It's the little things that matter most. That's why you'll appreciate the enduring value of the Michelin Defender tire. Designed for doers like you, Michelin's long-lasting tire keeps you on the go longer, so you have one less thing to worry about on your next road trip. Stop in today for miles of uncompromised safety and performance. Visit LexBrodys.com for the best tire value on Oahu. Thank you very much.
You won't get it anywhere else. Lex Brody's Tire Company.
Rainbow Warrior Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
Bottom one here at Lesmer Comedy Stadium. Hawaii coming to the plate. We'll give you their lineups in a moment. As Hawaii Baseball is brought to you by IBEW Local 1186, lighting your path to the future. Let's light up Rich Hill's batting order. It is brought to you by Dial Electric Supply. They see the light. Tate Shimao is still looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 13. He leads off at third base. Shortstop Elijah Iquez bats second. Hitting third and playing at first base today is Ben Ziegler-Namoa. Jake Redding is the designated hitter. He hits fourth, batting fifth at second base, Cody Watanabe. Evan Rolbecki is the starting left fielder in the 6-hole. Hitting seventh, playing in center field is Kamana Nahaku. The right fielder this afternoon is Draven Dushita, hitting eighth. And rounding out the 9 is Kamaehu Sanchez behind the plate. They'll take on Justin Feld. He's a 6-foot, 195-pound senior from Everett, Washington. 3-5 record a year ago. His innings pitched was third on the team, 54 and a third, made 14 appearances and 11 starts.
2 seasons ago, I believe he led the team in strikeouts. And then last year he did pretty well. He made the all-tournament team for the West Coast Conference postseason. I think he was also West Coast Conference honorable mention a season ago as well. So when you think of number 4 matchups in a series, you don't think of these two guys, O'Brien and Fold, but they're both pretty good starting guys.
Tate Shimao is looking to get off the schneid, and he swings the first pitch and guides it out of play to the right.
He will.
Yeah.
I think Shimao will get off the schneid. He's too good a hitter, and I like the fact that, it's opening weekend, and Rich is sticking with him in that top of the order rotation. He was really good during the fall and leading up to the season. He'll get his hacks in here today.
Oh, what another fastball. That one lined right off of the gate there, or the barricade in front of the loge level, and bouncing back onto the field. It's 0-2. Of his 0 for 13, he has struck out 6 times.
Yeah, that's a little too much.
Yeah.
I agree.
But you can see how aggressive he is right out of the gate here. 0-2. And he just looked at ball one. Good-looking pitch there from Justin Feld.
This opening weekend, I'm impressed by both teams. I'm also impressed by the umpiring. I think this has been just such a clean first weekend. You don't see that very often.
1-2. Shimao off the fists and into the netting behind the plate. Still 1-2.
I think these two teams are pretty even. You look at the series stats. Actually, Gonzaga's hit the ball better, and actually pitching-wise, their numbers are better than Hawaii. But both teams in the 2s in terms of ERA. And the umpires, I think, have been solid for an opening weekend. You got to keep in mind they are getting going again as well. And there hasn't been any controversy or anything.
1-2. This is skied in the air down the right field line. Heading over is Meffert into foul territory. He makes the catch for out number 1. You said it during the break when we were watching Mikey Bell's fly ball down the right field line. You put it in the air down there, it gives you a chance. We haven't seen a home run yet in this series.
We're going to see a home run today, Josh.
Mark that time.
Write it down.
1:17. Rob's calls.
I'm going to say more than one home run today. Put that down. Over/under is 1.5. I'm taking the over.
Here's Elijah Iquez. 1 out, nobody on. Scoreless bottom 1. Pitch to Iquez is lined back foul.
And it's probably going to be somebody you don't expect because they're just going to get it up in that jet stream. And if you get it up there, it's going to blow out of here. It's as windy as I've seen in a long time. Like I said, I had to put extra glue on the toupee.
30 miles an hour plus. And they extended the advisory, too. It's supposed to go through tonight.
Well,
Now
the
it's through
gusts are up to
tomorrow.
50, Josh.
0-1. Skied foul to the right. You're right. The general wind is in 25 to 30 range.
Right. But, you get one of those 50-mile-per-hour gusts when somebody's at the plate and they pop one up towards second. They could blow out over right. You'll see that in the Mountain West. I can't wait till you go to Mountain West next year.
0-2. Fastball's upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
There are more than a couple of games at those altitude ballparks where I saw it pop up. I go, that's just hitting the shallow left. Oh, the left fielder going back. That's out of here.
Could you be saying Air Force?
Oh, Air Force, Albuquerque,
Yeah. 1-2.
Reno.
This would hit hard on the ground, right side. Diving stab by Eisenstadt at first. Throws over to the pitcher, covering the base, and gets the out. Great play by Eisenstadt. The first baseman dove way to his right to stab that off the turf. The pitcher Feld covers first. A 3-1 put out, 2 away.
That was awesome by Eisenstadt. That wasn't an easy play, ranging to his right and then able to get the ball to Feld, who did a nice job of getting over there in plenty of time.
2 down, nobody on. A scoreless first. Here's Ben Ziegler-Namoa, the first baseman. Ben 2 for 10 to start the year with an RBI and notably starting at first base. We wait to see when Mana Lau Kong becomes available for UH.
The word I was told earlier this week that he would be ready for the Wichita State series.
Ziegler-Namoa, big swing and a miss on an elevated pitch for strike 1.
And my understanding is when he's healthy, he will be the DH.
I'm sure he's chomping at the bit to get going.
Might take him a little while making that adjustment from high school, but
Changeup misses low, 1-1.
he has everything, including that size, right?
Yeah.
6'6". What does he weigh? 230, 220? He's a big kid.
1 ball, 1 strike. Fell to the plate. That runs inside, and that hit Ziegler-Namoa as he tosses the bat away. He almost looked like that hit him like in the stomach. He grabbed his stomach area as soon as, the stomach, maybe the rib area on the right side. Ouch. So he'll take first. So base runner on with 2 out. I was just about to talk to Feld. I was watching a video online of a training video with him pitching in one of those indoor sessions. And they were saying, he can get that fastball up to 96. And they were saying it was the easiest looking 96 mile an hour fastball you'll see.
Just comes right out of his hand.
Yeah. He's got a sweeper that goes high 70s and a kick change that will kind of hang around the low 80s.
Kick change? I've never heard that term before.
Looks like it's
a changeup.
It's a changeup, but with movement if you're a right-handed hitter coming in on the right-handed hitter a little bit more.
There's only so many things you can do to a baseball. I laugh at all these new terms. It's a lot of the same pitches.
Check swing on the first pitch, fastball high to Jake Redding, ball 1. You mean like sweeper?
Yeah, I don't like the name.
I'm with you. Whatever happened to the old slider?
Slider, curveball, fastball, changeup. You can do other things too. But
1-0. In on the hands, floated foul right side.
Still, the best pitch in baseball is the fastball.
Yes.
Because everything plays off the fastball. If you can't throw the fastball, you can't throw your secondary and third pitches. And obviously, Feld's got a 96 mile an hour fastball. That's pretty impressive. But so does Liam O'Brien.
Yep. 1 ball, 1 strike. They're holding the runner at first, offering from Feld. Up and in and fought back foul again. And these Hawaii hitters are pretty aggressive against that fastball right now.
And I think it's because the scouting probably said he's a fastball guy early in the count, so be aggressive. I like it because the approach the first 3 games hasn't been very successful, so be aggressive against this hard-throwing right-hander, see what happens.
Shrug of the shoulders, 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Goes curveball, or more than sweeper running inside. Redding strikes out, and the inning comes to an end. No runs, no hits. 1 base runner left. After 1, Gonzaga 0, Hawaii 0. You're listening to Hawaii Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
Looking for a checking account that actually rewards you? Open an eLife or Kasasa Cashback checking account with Hawaii USA Federal Credit Union. Set up direct deposit and get $100. Already a member? Refer friends. They'll get $100 when they join, and you'll earn $50 for every successful referral. It's easy, rewarding, but only for a limited time. Visit hawaiiusafcu.com/welcome gift for details or stop by any branch. Hawaii USA Federal Credit Union. Life matters. Insured by NCUA.
IU Pat District Council 50 is proud to represent Hawaii's union painters, drywall finishers, glazers, and floor covering professionals. Our members build, protect, and beautify Hawaii every single day with skill, pride, and aloha. We provide industry-leading training, strong wages, great benefits, and a clear path to success. If you are ready for a better career and a brighter future, join IU Pat District Council 50 today. Build your future, build Hawaii. For more details, go to dc50.org.
Aloha, this is Stan Mahilona from Sports Stan. You're listening to University of Hawaii Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
No score between the Bulldogs of Gonzaga and the Rainbow Warriors. Hawaii Baseball is brought to you by Fantastic Sam's Cut and Color. Shoup, Young, and Eisenstadt to face Liam O'Brien. Want to remind you about Friday night when Hawaii takes on Wichita State, second game of the 4-game series. And we'll recognize Coach Les Murakami on the field. You'll be hosting that ceremony 6 o'clock Friday.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Gene Stevenson, a fellow College Baseball Hall of Famer, longtime friend of Coach Les and longtime head coach of Wichita State, will be here as well. And there are a ton of former Les Murakami players that will be on the field as well Friday. If you go back to the Murakami area, you won't want to miss it Friday night. It's going to be special.
Hudson Shoup leading off the top of the second against O'Brien. And he takes a fastball about shoulder level high. 1 ball, no strikes. Shoup coming in, hitting 143. Did have an RBI yesterday, was 2 for 6. Next pitch is O'Brien, rocks and delivers. That slider's there for a strike, 1-1. And I mentioned that. One, get here early because that's going to start at 6. That's something you just don't want to miss.
No. And it's like I said, it's going to be special. It's rare. I mean, I don't know if there's another sport at UH will have 2 members of that sports college Hall of Fame. Of course, Derek Tatsuno is a member of the College Baseball Hall of Fame, and now Coach Les.
Curveball misses low on appeal. Shoup did not turn. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Tots is going to be here. I mean, some guys from the past, Glenn Braggs, Mario Monaco. I mean, there are a lot of guys from those years.
2-1 fastball paints the outside corner. 2-2 to the lefty hitting Shoup. We'll carry that. Our pregame show will start 5:45 on Friday.
And I'm hoping, Josh, I haven't said this to you, but I'll say it here. I'm hoping to get a couple of those guys on with us.
That'd be great. 2-2, swinging a high bouncing ball foul first base line. I did ask next door what the possibility was.
Well, I already know. I just want to get 2 guys on,
Mhm.
at least when I'm doing the middle end, because I'd like to get Howard Dashevsky.
Absolutely.
Because he did color with my father for a number of years. He was the second color guy. And then Marcus Owen, so I think was the color guy the longest time during that Murakami era with my father. So I think getting those 2 guys up here in the booth probably after a couple of adult beverages could be fun.
2-2, cut on and miss, strike 3. Shoup goes after a fastball up and away. Second strikeout for O'Brien. 1 down here in the second. I'll also throw this out. I want to shout out Hawaii Sports Card Life on X. Said this a short time ago. Posted a card a day. He's posting a card a day
I've seen that.
of Coach Les leading up to Friday's Hall of Fame celebration. And as Ryder Young comes to the plate, right-handed hitter, first pitch to him is down and away for ball 1. Slider. Young hitting .333 with 2 RBI. Says 1985 UH team set card number 1 seems fitting. And I'll tell you more about the card in a second. 1-0 from O'Brien. That's on the inside corner, strike 1.
Let me guess. I'm not looking at the card. I haven't seen it. I'm just going to guess as a picture of Coach Les with his arms crossed.
No.
Really?
It says this is part of the first ever UH baseball cards, and we're given out in 4 card packs.
That was radio did that back in the day.
At each game of the old Easter tournament.
Yep. That was the radio station that was carrying the games in '85. They had a deal. And so they gave away packs, including the broadcasters.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was my dad, and it might have been Howard.
Okay.
Those were really popular. People loved those. And they had a lot of great promotions back in those days. It was pretty fun.
2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch is down and away, 3-1. So here's the picture. I'm showing it to you right now.
Oh, gosh. Okay, that's like his, he's Coach Les, when he first came to UH, he actually worked in the auxiliary services, and he was a part-time baseball coach. I mean, they had just started. It had been a club team for many years. June Jones, Artie Wilson played baseball on the club team. There were a lot of guys. And then in the early 70s,
3-1. Strike two at the knees. Young didn't think so, as he's going to have to go back to the right-handed box.
So the first 4 or 5 years of Division I, Coach Les worked he worked in auxiliary services, then came out after work and they had practice. And then when the program started building up, obviously they made him a full-time coach. But I think that picture, it looks like one of those auxiliary services pictures when he worked there.
3-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Goes up again with a fastball. Young goes after it. And there's out number 2. And Tommy Eisenstadt will come to the plate. We're scoreless here at the top of the second.
Probably my all-time radio promotion was back in that era. There was a cement company called Quikrete. And they had a promotion where steal a bag, win a bag. So anybody who went to one of those kind of places where you could buy cement, you could sign up. And so every game they pull a name. They announce, okay, your name is Josh Pacheco. You're the Quikrete guy today. So however many bases.
First pitch down and in, 1-0.
Hawaii would steal. You get a bag of cement.
Yeah.
And Hawaii used to run a lot back then. There'd be games where people would score like 7-8 pounds of cement, and you would never believe how excited people would be to win a bag of cement. It was a great promotion. Steal a bag, win a bag. Always my favorite.
1 ball, no strikes. Next pitch is a curveball low. 2-0. I love that. That's one of the great things. We talk about 50 years of baseball on the radio. It's not just what we've seen, but your dad helped to bring out some of these great, like the cards, the quick read, steal a bag, win a bag. I mean, these are awesome promotions that have never been duplicated. 2-0, popped in the air behind home plate and foul. 2-1.
A different era, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, there was no social media. You know, for a good portion of those early days, we only had 3 or 4 TV channels, right? You didn't have social media. I mean, coming to a sporting event was an event in itself. And coming to UH baseball back in those days, this place would be packed, loud. It was, I mean, you're getting it again now under Rich Hill.
2-1. This is yanked down the right field line. That is going to hit right off the middle of the wall. Right fielder Nushida bringing it back into the infield, and that throw is going to come back in late. A 2-out double for Eisenstadt, a laser shot after the Hawaii Pacific Health sign in right, and the first hit of the afternoon.
I thought that was going to get out of here, Josh.
You were waving.
I was. I thought it would, but he didn't hit it high enough.
Yeah.
But you see how the ball is just carrying. I mean, that was a routine. It would have been a routine fly out to right.
2-out for Andy Cisneros. Runner at second, 2 away. 0-0 your score. Cisneros hitting 3 for 7 so far in the series, and time is called as the pitcher's given his first warning to engage with the hitter. There we go. I was missing that word engage all yesterday.
Well, that's because you're married.
Oh, look over at second. Here's the pitch. That's a curveball down low. 1 ball, no strikes.
The early days of UH baseball, this was a metal bleacher stadium. There was a wooden bathroom behind the third base side. It was painted green. I think there was 1 stall for women and 1 stall for men, and the line.
1-0, check swing. Another curveball down and away. Did not go on appeal.
There would always be a line throughout the game because there was only 1 Lua, right, for each. So the players would have to share that one as well. And so in between innings, guys would run over there and there'd be a long line. Everybody would go. They'd let the player go first, and then he could get back and go play the game.
Wow.
They had fans and the players shared the same stall.
2-0 fastball. That's lifted in the air. Shallow right center. Second baseman Watanabe turned right, now going left. Still moving to his left. He makes the catch. That wind might have carried that ball about 15 to 20 feet sideways.
At least.
But Watanabe stayed with it after yesterday. One dropped to his side in the later innings. No runs on a hit. 1 base runner left. We'll go to the last of the second, scoreless between Gonzaga and Hawaii. This is Hawaii baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
You make family life look good. You balance a busy schedule and a budget. For you, a real look needs to be really convenient. So come to Fantastic Sam's Cut and Color and bring the kids. Our stylists can give you the hairstyles you want at an unbeatable value. And our happiness promise means your hairstyle happiness is guaranteed. Visit today. We'll get your family ready for tomorrow. Real salon experiences, real savings, real fantastic. Fantastic Sam's.
Abby Carpet and Floor introduces the newest waterproof flooring for Hawaii, Opulux. It's a waterproof laminate that's ideal for local living. With our busy lifestyles, it's very easy to keep clean. It's durable and also scratch resistant, perfect for homes with kids and pets. Visit their showroom at 560 North Nimitz Highway and see the waterproof Opulux laminate from Abby Carpet and Floor.
Rainbow Warrior Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
No score to the second. Josh Pacheco, Scott Robbs, great to be with you here at a cool and windy Les Murakami Stadium.
It's a beautiful day,
Oh,
Josh.
it is.
I mean, the sun is shining. We don't have that rain, but that wind is whipping. But, let's be honest, it's not that cold. The wind chill might be, 70?
That's what they said. 75 feels like 70, which means it's blanket weather tonight.
Well, we were sitting in the stands. We'd definitely be bundled up, but it's nice and cozy in the press box.
Absolutely. Here's Cody Watanabe to start things off in the bottom of the second. Watanabe, 214 hitter. Just started the early 2026 campaign. Swings from the left side. Pitch to him is off the outside corner. Ball one.
Well, the defense on the right side of the infield has shifted because Watanabe has shown, at least so far this weekend, to be pretty much a pull hitter. And so the second baseman, Shoop, is back a little bit on the green of the outfield, more shaded towards first and second base.
1-0. This is driven high in the air out toward right. Neffert easing his way back, shy of the warning track. He'll make the catch. One away. Let's give you the Gonzaga defense. Left to right in the outfield. Ryder Young, Bo Schinkel, Noah Meffert. Around the horn, third to first, it is Mikey Bell, Andy Cisneros, Hudson Shoop, and Tommy Eisenstadt. Luca DiPaolo once again is catching for the righty, Justin Fell. One away, Evan Rolbecki starting in left field today. Rolbecki was the DH yesterday, and he takes a first pitch high and outside, ball one.
I've been impressed with this Gonzaga team, and I like the way they play baseball. And not only that, they're class B. The fans are great. The players are terrific. The coaches are easy to talk to. Easy team to root for.
1-0 fastball, skied in the air. Catcher gave it a brief glance. We'll watch that land above us. Very competitive team. And I think you saw that in the extra innings yesterday. They just grind out good at bats. I was impressed with Landon Hood yesterday.
Yeah, I was too. The freshman.
Yeah. 1-1. Breaking ball is ripped in the air down the left side. This is in foul territory. Third baseman looking up. That is Bell who makes the catch for out number two. That looked much better off the swing than the result showed. 2 away, and Kamana Nahaku coming up. No score, bottom 2. And Nahaku, 1 for 7 start here to the year with 3 walks and 4 strikeouts.
I think this is a terrific opening weekend opponent because I think it benefits both schools. I think Gonzaga is going to be up near the top, if not at the top of the West Coast Conference, and Hawaii could be the same in the Big West. So that helps your RPI later on down the road, these early season matchups, right?
Fastball up and in, 1-0 to Nahaku. It was supposed to be Missouri, and then Missouri backed out, and they replaced playing against Hawaii and instead went to Fort Myers, Florida. That fastball brushing Nahaku back 2-0 to go play Mount St. Mary's.
Well,
and they won yesterday by the final of 34-3.
Well, they weren't very good last year, Missouri. I think they finished last in the SEC or right around there, but that would have been a good team to have on your roster. Or on your
cut and a miss, strike one.
On your resume, for sure.
I'm sorry, let's not gloss over the 34-3 score for a moment.
Well, it was football. Well, didn't Oklahoma hit like 3 grand slams yesterday in the game or something?
That was Friday.
Oh, was that
Friday?
Friday?
Day. It's only been done twice in college baseball. That one also high and in on Nahaku. Wow. 3-1. Yeah, at Fort Myers, Florida, Mount St. Mary's, also known as, they like to call themselves the Mount. But Missouri took 2 of 3. 3-1. Another one up and in, ball 4. So 2-out base runner here, just like in the last inning when Ben Ziegler-Nomoa was hit by a pitch. Nahaku will take first, and Draven Nushida, the right fielder, will step in.
Well, a lot of those co-weather schools you mentioned, in Florida and Arizona, there are a lot of teams that will go and play at the minor league facilities, and they will have nothing to do with that area.
Yeah.
It's just that they have a ballpark to play there. Arizona, during this time of year, there's tons of college baseball down there because teams like Gonzaga, they can't play at home for another month, at least.
Pitch to Ushida is hit hard to second. Knocked down off a hop by Shoop in shallow right. They'll throw it over to first to get the final out of the inning. Hard hit, but Ushida just couldn't get it through the hole on the right side of the infield. No runs, no hits, one base runner left. After 2, no score between the Bulldogs and the Rainbow Warriors. This is Hawaii Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
Rainbow basketball season is here, and Helle's running full court press on savings. Save 25 cents per gallon on fuel every day when you download the Hele app. That's right, save 25 cents per gallon every single day with the Hele app. Plus, use your Hele Kama'aina rewards points for a refuel or a spam musubi. Whether you're courtside or watching from home, Hele's got the winning play. Download the app to redeem.
Hele on! You tried to fix it yourself with duct tape and a YouTube video from 2009. Now your bathroom looks like a water park and not the fun kind. Don't worry. Since 1994, Wildlife Plumbing and Construction has seen it all. Leaky pipes, a DIY job gone sideways, we fix that. And if your quick fix needs full-on construction, yeah, we do that too. Wildlife Plumbing and Construction. We solve challenges. And next time, maybe skip the duct tape.
Aloha, this is Stan Mahilona from Sports Stan. You're listening to University of Hawaii Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
We've gone through 2 here at Les Murakami Stadium. Gonzaga will bring up 8-9-1 against former Bulldog Liam O'Brien in a scoreless game. Brandon Cabrera, Luca DiPaolo, and Bo Schinkel to take on O'Brien, who so far just the one hit, that deep double to right, but he struck out 3 against the first 7 hitters.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like we were hoping we'd see Liam O'Brien. And I think the better thing was I had kind of mixed messages about Liam O'Brien and his health, but you and I were talking to Zuni, the pitching coach. He said, "Oh, he could have pitched yesterday. He could have pitched the day before. He's fine." That's a good sign.
Yeah, and they've got a lot of pitchers available today.
Yeah.
Not just the proverbial staff game, but you got guys like Tsubasa Tomi that could come back. Saul Soto could come back after the save on Saturday. First pitch is a slider up in the zone, strike 1.
Well, I asked Zuni about Tsubasa. I said, "Gosh, he's pitched 2 of the first 3 games. He can go again." I said, "Does he have a rubber arm?" He goes, "Yep."
Yeah. Cabrera, his first plate appearance of the weekend, and a late swing on a curveball fouled off the right side.
By the way, the cuisine for Gonzaga once again today is sub sandwiches.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That seems to be very popular.
I think pizza's probably a little too heavy. They did that after Friday's game.
Next pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball just blown by Cabrera for out number 1. I'll bring up DiPaolo, the number 9 hitter. I mean, I've noticed that with Hawaii on the road. We've seen Rich's favorite place, Togo's. He talks about a lot. But you see a lot of times like the Jersey Mike's, Jimmy John's, depending what area you're in. Lots of sandwiches with lots of veggies inside those sandwiches.
Well, the great road trip stories were always had to do back when Riley Wallace was the men's basketball coach.
Swing and a miss by DiPaolo on a breaking ball.
Every road trip, they went to Golden Corral. Golden Corral was the most well-known buffet place for the men's. For years, that was every road trip because you could eat as much as you want. Right. So last time I went to the mainland, I actually went to Golden Corral. I had eaten there like 30 years ago. It's awful.
Next pitch is low.
But 30 years ago when I was much younger and broke, it tasted pretty darn good.
I'm sure. I see the commercials on television. I've still never been there.
Yeah, you got to go at least once.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Ask them if they have the Riley Wallace special.
That's a check swing. You went around on a pitch that bounced at the plate. 1 and 2. I see some every now and again. If I'm making a drive from one city to another, I'll see like a Golden Corral on the side and I've thought about it. I'm like, no, that's okay.
But you're probably more of when you're on the road, are you more of a drive-through guy? You don't go sit down at restaurants, do you?
I drive through if I'm lazy, but more often than not, no. 1-2. Swing. Did he get a piece of it? Yes, he did. Just foul tipped another curveball rolling right.
So you're usually that lonely guy sitting by himself in a restaurant?
Oh, no, definitely not. I mean, drive-through, you got to do in and out. Got to. Usually once every other trip. 1-2 to DePaulo with one out here in the top of the third. O'Brien's pitch. Swing, softly hit right side. O'Brien charging, gloves it near the line. He'll turn around, run to the base, and record the out himself.
Might as well. He fielded the ball with his momentum, taking him right to the bag.
Your garden variety, one unassisted, two out. Top of the order here in the top of the third for Bo Schenkel.
By the way, I'm more of a hot dog guy than a hamburger guy.
Okay.
And I'm a big chili dog guy.
Okay.
So, when you go to the mainland, there are quite a few places you can get chili dogs.
Yes.
So that's usually where I go. I don't go to In-N-Out. I go eat chili dogs.
Is there a place in particular?
Well, wherever there's one near me.
Okay.
The closest one.
I was going to say the first one I thought of was Wiener Schnitzel.
Well, I like Wiener Schnitzel. Sure. That's the most popular one.
Schenkel grounded out to short his first time, and he takes a strike. Actually had that. I think it was in San Diego, I think it was.
I hope you were sleeping alone.
Oh, of course.
Okay. You don't want to hurt your wife.
Oh, what? This one reached for into shallow center. Hell drop for a hit right in front of Nahaku. But then they throw to first to try to backdoor him, and he was there. That's your rare attempt at an 8-3 putout. But Schenkel's there, 2 away, runner on, scoreless game. They had, you'd hate this, milkshakes.
I love milkshakes.
Twinkie flavored.
It sounds a little too sweet. I mean, I love Twinkies too.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but I don't know, milkshake combined with a Twinkie. That sounds like diabetes.
Noah Mefford at the plate. Runner at first, 2 away. Mefford struck out his first time up. And the pitch from O'Brien. Runner goes, pitch is high. Here's the throw from Sanchez to second. The tag, he's out. Perfect throw by Kamaehu Sanchez to the inside of the base right side, and hold the phone because the runner believes he's safe. And the head coach is asked, head coach wants a review.
It was close. I do think the runner got there before the ball, but I think the tag was applied before he touched the base. But let's watch the replay. We got a monitor in here.
So the throw a little bit low. Ooh, that is close. The tag was not on the foot. The tag was close.
It was on the shin.
Yeah. That is going to be a question of whether that tag was applied before his right foot hit the base.
It's going to be close. I still think they'll stick with the call, but it's really close. I mean, just depends.
Because we've seen 2 camera angles, and both of them not all that conclusive.
I agree.
Which means, as you've said, remember the call on the field, which is runners out. That's a good throw, though, however, by Sanchez.
It was a nice throw, and good to see a Farrington guy on the team.
Yeah.
Probably, in my opinion, the 2 greatest probably hitters, at least at UH, Colton Wong. You got to put Colton. And Mario Monaco.
Yeah.
And Mario is a Farrington graduate.
That's right.
He'll be here Friday, Mario Monaco. Ooh. He was just unbelievable. He was such a great hitter, great fielder. Like I said before, I've said this before, if he had never got hurt, he would have had a pretty successful major league career. Got drafted by the Brewers, and that was just a natural baseball player. So good.
I'm starting to get the feeling as I look at this replay slow down that he is safe.
Is he? It's possible.
It's hard because you have to look at the glove touch the leg of the runner, which is on the opposite side of the camera, but it does kind of give the glimpse. Sometimes you have to look at the momentum of the glove when it starts to move back, which usually indicates contact with the runner. It's still almost too inconclusive, but I'm starting to lean toward thinking that the inning's going to continue.
Okay, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say he's out. They're going to stick with the call.
We're going to put a bag of M&Ms on the line again?
Yeah, sure. Did they make diet M&Ms yet? Sugar-free M&Ms?
At some point, someone will think of it.
You know, I have been working on my health.
I know you have.
Yeah, so.
That's why I'm thinking, should we do like Nutri-Grain bars instead?
How about bananas or apples?
Okay, we can do that.
I can go for a bag of grapes.
I love that.
I love green grapes.
I might steal them from you, though.
No, I'm a sharer.
Okay.
Come on, Josh.
Yeah, you are right. We're in a replay review. An attempted steal of second called out at second, but Gonzaga has asked for the umpires to take a look at this with the belief that the runner got his right leg onto the base before Cody Watanabe applied the
I
tag.
still don't think from the camera angle, because of the way the camera's on the glove, you can't see if it touches him prior to him touching the base. And they are looking at it real closely. I'm going to stick with out.
Yeah. You know, sometimes what would help is if you had like the side-by-side of two different angles, you can match the frames together.
Or why don't they just call New York and have New York decide what it is? That's what they do in the big leagues.
I mean, you did hear with automatic balls and strikes, automated balls and strikes coming to Major League Baseball this year.
Bad decision.
Well, you also, I don't know if you heard what it means when you're watching games. They're going to keep the box on the screen, but it won't show you whether a pitch is a ball or a strike anymore.
Well, I wouldn't want, if I'm an umpire, I would hate that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you watch Major League Baseball, these guys are so good. They're unbelievably good, but they're human.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes the game so great. I mean, you're going to have some times where things, but baseball to me is such a long season, long sport that, you know, things kind of balance out after a while. I think they're going a little too overboard with the automatic strikeouts, but
now Spectrum's showing the split screen of two different angles, and I tend to think a little bit more that it's more safe. Yeah,
you might be right.
Although, I mean, what do we always say? The longer review goes, the more likely that they stick with the call on the field.
Well, I think they're trying to make up your mind. I mean, this is longer than those men's volleyball challenges or the ones at the arena. I do know they mic'd up the umpire on Spectrum today so that they could at least get the audio of what he says on television.
Oh, here they come.
All right,
Review is over. We got a bag of grapes on the line.
Bag of grapes on the line. Those things aren't cheap.
Home plate umpire will say, after review, call stands.
So all right, I'm looking forward to those grapes next week, Josh.
And now I know at least we can get the audio too.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, runner thrown out at second, no runs, one hit, nobody left. We'll get to the last of the third. We're scoreless. You're listening to Hawaii Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
While Hawaii's public employees were hard at work, politicians in Washington handed billionaires massive tax breaks. Now Hawaii lawmakers may need to cut essential public services to cover the shortfall. That could mean inadequate food safety protections, fewer health services, and weakened public safety. When Hawaii calls, who will be there to answer? Tell your lawmakers, protect Hawaii's vital public services. A message from HGEA.
You make family life look good. You balance a busy schedule and a budget. For you, a real look needs to be really convenient. So come to Fantastic Sam's Cut and Color and bring the kids. Our stylists can give you the hairstyles you want at an unbeatable value. And our happiness promise means your hairstyle happiness is guaranteed. Visit today. We'll get your family ready for tomorrow. Real salon experiences, real savings, real fantastic. Fantastic Sam's.
Rainbow Warrior Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
No scores. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Hawaii will bring up 9-1-2 in the order. Sanchez, Shimao, and Iquez to face Justin Feld, as Hawaii Baseball is brought to you by Waiakea Hawaiian Volcanic Beverages. Naturally alkaline and always refreshing. Find us at a Times or Foodland near you or visit waiakea.com. Feld so far here in 2 innings of work. 1 strikeout, 1 walk. Has not allowed a hit. For the first time here in 2026, we see Kamaehu Sanchez, the catcher, who gets the successful throw out of the runner at second. And as the baseball gods would have it, bring him up to the plate to start the bottom of the next inning. The first pitch to the right-handed hitting catcher is cut on a miss for a strike.
How often does that happen? A lot more than you would think, right? A guy makes a great defensive play and then goes and leads off the next half inning.
Feld ready is 0-1. That's the yank down the right field line on the sweeper over the inner half. He fouls it off, 0-2.
Have you been following how Wichita State's done this opening weekend?
I have not yet.
I'm shocked.
0-2. That's strike 3 called on the outside corner. Goes with a changeup just hanging over the outer end. And Sanchez strikes out on 3 pitches to start the bottom of the third. Wichita State starting out 4-0 as I have it here.
Oh, okay. Who have they played?
That's a good question. We'll load up here in a second as we see the top of the order.
Mount St. Mary's?
I don't think there was a 34-3 schedule score on the card there. Chimal's still looking for his first hit. Flied out to right his first time up. First pitch swinging is sent lazily toward right. Meffert, the right fielder, a few steps back as he's about 5 feet shy of the track and makes the catch for out number 2.
You know, when you get off to a slump like Chimal has, even when you hit the ball hard, it goes to somebody. You just feel like you can't buy a hit. And then once he breaks out of it, you watch, he'll get a bunch of hits in a row. Or maybe not in a row, but over a period of time. It's just how it goes. He'll be okay.
No score, bottom 3, 2 out, nobody on. Here's Elijah Iquez, who grounded out 3-1 his first time. Wichita State played at home against Northern Colorado.
Okay.
Won the first game 11-4. Iquez got hit with a curveball running that elbow guard on his left arm. And he'll take first.
So every inning so far, only in the third, but Hawaii's had a base runner with 2 outs.
That's right.
Twice by hit by pitches. So they've had 3 base runners, 2 by hit by pitch, 1 by a walk.
Second game against Northern Colorado for Wichita State was a run rule win, 14-1. Then they played a doubleheader yesterday, 11-0 and 7-3. Name of their ballpark, X Stadium, home of Tyler Field at Gene Stevenson Park. It's a long name. There's Ben Ziegler-Namoa. He was hit by a pitch, as you mentioned in the first.
And when Hawaii went to Wichita, the first time they ever met each other, I want to say it was 1980, 81, somewhere around there. Hawaii went to Wichita. That's the first time ever at Wichita. And it was kind of like how the old Rainbow Stadium was. And I remember my dad saying they broadcasted from a trailer behind home plate.
Wow. Like
a mobile home trailer. That was the press box. You got to remember, college baseball back then was not what it is now.
Changeup misses low, 1-0 to Ben Ziegler-Namoa.
When this stadium opened up in 1984, which is a long time ago, it was the crown jewel of college baseball, Baseball America, Collegiate Baseball, which were the 2 big magazines back then. They just raved about this stadium. There were no other college baseball stadiums like this at that time.
1-0. Fastball right over the outer edge. Strike 1 to the lefty hitting BZN.
And you know what? 40 whatever years later, it's still a really good ballpark.
Absolutely.
It's still nice. Made a lot of upgrades, including last year, the new turf, which looks terrific here in year 2. It was last year, right? The new turf?
Yep.
Yeah.
1-1. Toss over to first. Runner back without a tag. They added Gene Stevenson's name to the facility last year.
Mm-hmm.
Back in May. And they've been doing a whole bunch of improvements to that facility.
I'd say the most famous, well-known alum of Wichita State, Joe Carter.
Yeah.
He used to hit like that against UH.
1-1, bounces down and in. Runner trying for second. Here's the throw from the catcher. The tag, he didn't get around it. He's out. Iquez tried to take second on that ball that bounced in the turf. The throw from catcher DePaulo was good enough. And Iquez retired. That will end the inning. No runs, no hits. This time, nobody left as we'll head to inning number 4. No score between the Bulldogs and the Rainbow Warriors. This is Hawaii Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
Fort Ruger Market is famous for their poke, Filipino, and Hawaiian dishes, but did you know they can cater their local favorites? With full-service catering options, it's perfect for parties, office events, and tailgating. Fort Ruger Market's family-sized trays will be the hit of any potluck gathering. From boiled peanuts to Rugerlicious poke, lechon to fresh lau lau, their smoked turkey tails or char siu ribs are all so ono. At Fort Ruger Market, you bring the family, they'll bring the food.
Sports Stand Sporting Goods is Hawaii's best baseball and softball store. At Sports Stand, you'll experience the largest selection of baseball and softball gloves and bats in Hawaii. You know the rules. Quality sporting goods always at a price you can afford. Stop by Sports Stand Sporting Goods in beautiful downtown Waipio, 94-547 Ukea Street, Suite 303. Or give them a call at 808-676-STAND. That's 808-676-7826. Remember, at Sports Stand, it's not just sporting goods, it's a way of life.
Rainbow Warrior Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
Before we move to the fourth inning, we pause 10 seconds here for station ID. You're listening to Hawaii Baseball on ESPN Honolulu, presented by Sports Stand Sporting Goods.
This is ESPN Honolulu, KKEA Honolulu, AM 1420 and K224FR, Honolulu, 92.7 FM.
Line score here from Les Murakami Stadium. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for Gonzaga. Zeros across for Hawaii. And as we head to the fourth, Liam O'Brien continues on, and Scott Robbs takes you through. Scotty?
Hey, thanks a lot, Josh. Yes, no score. Another good game. This whole weekend has been pretty solid matchups Friday through Sunday. We'll see how the rest of today goes. But Liam O'Brien out there to begin his fourth inning of work. He's faced a couple of hits, has not walked anybody, has struck out 2, including the guy leading off, Noah Meffert, the right fielder, batting in the 2-hole from the right side. O'Brien, the big right-hander, fires the first pitch, bounce foul, wide of the bag at third. Meffert on the weekend, he is 6 for 15, so he's been one of the better hitters for Gonzaga to this point of the season. Meffert followed by Bell and Shoot. Pretty dangerous part of the order for the Zags. He scored 5 runs in the top of the 12th inning yesterday to knock off Hawaii 7-2. That ball hit out to short. He gets up with it. Strong throw to first, 1 away. Iquez looks so comfortable over at shortstop, doesn't he?
He does.
I mean, think about how lucky we've been. Jordan Donahue for a couple of years, and now we've got Elijah, who will probably get drafted this year if he has a solid junior year, which I think we all think he will. But shortstop has been one of the better defensive positions for a while now. So 1 down, base is empty for Mikey Bell, the third baseman. Bell flied out to right back in the first inning. The reigning West Coast Conference Player of the Year, and O'Brien fires the pitch a bit low. Bell, he's had a little difficulty offensively this weekend. He's 2 for 14, but I'll tell you what, his defense has been top notch.
Yeah.
He is a really good glove at third base. O'Brien toying the rubber on the first base side. The right-hander brings that one down, bounces away from Sanchez, the catcher, and 2 balls and no strikes. President's Day. It seems like we have a game on President's Day just about every year lately.
I hadn't really thought of it, but I think you're right.
Because I was going to ask you who your favorite president was, but I remember I've asked you that before, and you didn't have one. The 2-0 pitch? Or do you?
I don't know.
I don't know either. You could ask me who my least favorite presidents are, and I probably have a better answer, but I'll keep that to myself. All right, here's Mikey Bell with a 3-0 count. We'll see if he takes or he gets the swing side. He takes it. It's a strike at the knees from O'Brien. O'Brien, the former Bulldog, now going up against his old team, and I'm sure some of these guys were on the team when he was. Left fielder Robecki playing very deep, and there's ball 4. So a 1-out walk to Bell, and I get the feeling that was more of a kind of pitch around just in case Bell gets contact kind of at bat, right?
Yep, and as we start to look toward the bullpen, you start to wonder. We knew Liam O'Brien's not going to have a long day, but how long will they be willing to let him go? 52 pitches so far, second time through the orders. So we'll see if they start to get guys moving out there.
So a 1-out walk brings up Hudson Shoot, the cleanup hitter, the second baseman. Struck out swinging in the second. He hits from the left side. Third baseman Shimao playing even with the bag, maybe a foot actually in on the green of the infield as O'Brien goes over to first. We haven't seen a whole lot of running from Gonzaga. In fact, I don't know, but one stolen base attempt maybe this whole season.
And that was today.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There were none in the first 3 games. Another pitch outside and low from O'Brien. Well, I think if you could get 4, maybe 5 innings out of O'Brien, I mean, the pitch count's not that high.
Yeah.
And everything we're told, he's healthy. But let's see how he reacts with the runner on base. Goes back over to first.
Nushida out in right, given how well the winds have been blowing, he's playing fairly deep out in right.
Yeah, I would definitely play about 5 to 10 feet deeper than usual when you have a left-handed hitter at the plate like Shoop. Winds, though, not whipping at the moment. And the fastball is in there. Strike called to Shoop.
The funny thing is, some of the deepest hit stuff today have been by right-handed hitters.
Opposite
going
field.
The opposite way, yeah.
No score, top of the fourth inning, one away. Hawaii looking for the opening series win, having won 2 of the first 3, and I think Gonzaga would be just tickled if they could come away with a split after dropping the first 2. But, they easily could have won the first 3, and Hawaii could have won the first 3.
Right.
It's just, that's how it's been. Paper thin. O'Brien from the stretch, looks over towards first, goes back over there. Bell.
Kind of a non-threatening, elongated check throw over to first. More of just kind of making you think about it.
Well, you get the feeling runs are going to be economic today. You're going to have to be careful of anything. And Shoop hits that one on the line out to right, but playable. There is Nishida. He makes the grab. Bell has to go back to first base.
That 5 to 10 feet you were talking about?
Perfect, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Draven didn't even have to really move, and thank goodness for Hawaii. There was a little lull in the wind at the moment, though that was more of a line drive than one of those big towering fly balls. So there's 2 away. Bell still at first. We'll see what Ryder Young, the left fielder, can do. He has struck out. Struck out back in the second inning. But he's done some damage this weekend at the plate. He's had some extra base hits. He's 4 for 13 on the weekend. And the first offering from O'Brien is a ball upstairs. Young does have a couple of doubles. And he has 2 RBIs on the weekend. Hitting from the right side. Back over to first once again. They are really keeping an eye on Mikey Bell. Second baseman Watanabe shaded towards the bag at second. Now they're expecting Young, you would think, to pull again. They throw it over to first. Nice Monday afternoon crowd. I would guess close to a couple thousand in-house. Some of the little leaguers enjoying their day off from school. O'Brien sets, winds, delivers outside and low. The breaking ball misses.
I'm just as interested as you are in how much they're spending time with Bell at first base. He only had 5 stolen bases last year in 6 attempts. Is Rich Hill's going to jog his way out and settle his right-hander down here?
Well, you have a better angle than I do. Is there any activity in the Hawaii bullpen?
I've seen some scurrying, but no one moving. Someone had a bat earlier and was taking some swings, which you'll see from time to time when there's guys ready to pinch hit later. They'll take some swings in the bullpen, but nobody's been throwing.
Yeah. So it's Liam O'Brien. I think right now they just want to calm things down. There's been no sign of any stress so far by Liam O'Brien.
I think right now it's just the strike zone.
Tomorrow morning, back at it, 5 a.m., Gary Dickman, right?
Yep.
Got a text from Gary. Can you come on at 6:20 tomorrow? I said, or 6:35. I said, 15 minutes longer sleep. I could take that. How about 6:35? And then I'm sure Kanoa and Billy would be back.
They will.
Always enjoy listening to those guys.
Billy's here. Billy's sitting in the front row, second level.
I saw he had a tweet saying there's nothing better. Billy's a baseball guy.
Yes,
he loves it out here.
I mean, he used to be on the beat a while back.
For a long time. And then, of course, finish out your afternoon drive home with Josh and Chris, 3 to 6. Sounds like a plan for me.
Yeah.
So 2 balls and no strikes to the hitter Ryder Young. The left fielder hitting in the 5-hole. 2 away. And that pitch misses outside. And you remember last year, this is something that we saw last year with O'Brien, that there are parts of the game where he kind of loses it, and you have to get him refocused. And that might have been part of why Rich Hill went out there, because now you have a 3-0 count on Young. And there's the strike. O'Brien went with the fastball at the knees. Liam ready again. Fires. That one pops straight back. Sanchez off with the mask. Does he have a play? He does, and he makes the catch behind home plate in foul territory for out number 3. So Brian settles down. He gets Young to pop out, and that ends the threat here in the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no Hawaii errors, and a runner left on base. We played 3.5 in Manoa. We are scoreless, and you're listening to Hawaii Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
This UH sports season, stay cool and go green with Malona Ice Cream. Malona's creamy, refreshing bars are the perfect treat for every Bows fan. And now, you can enjoy Malona's new pina colada flavor, available exclusively in Hawaii. Whether you're watching from the stands or cheering from home, beat the heat and treat yourself to Malona. Find your favorite flavors at Costco, Foodland, Safeway, and 7-Eleven stores. Go green and enjoy Malona, the coolest way to cheer on the Bows.
Hey, what you doing in the tree? Oh, then I installed this photovoltaic on the roof. Then the ladder fell. Bro, I had to go bathroom, so I tried climbing down this tree. Now I stuck.
I don't think that's what they meant by go green.
Yeah, brother. Just help me get down.
If you want your PV system installed right, call a unionized electrical contractor today at 847-5341.
IBEW, local 1186, lighting your path to the future.
Aloha, this is Stan Mahilona from Sports Stan. You're listening to University of Hawaii Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
I'm Josh, back with you at Les Murakami Stadium, hanging out in the Robs Leahy press box. Been another good game between Hawaii and Gonzaga. We're getting ready to begin the bottom of the 4th inning. We're scoreless. The Zags have a couple of hits. Hawaii looking for their first hit off Justin Feld, who has struck out a pair. And facing him, it will be Ben Ziegler-Namoa, Jake Redding, and Cody Watanabe, 3, 4, and 5 in the order. BZN, after starting the first 2 games in the outfield, back at first base for this, first 3 games for this Monday affair, and he was hit by a pitch in the first inning. Ben, 7 home runs last year, hit .333, and he fouls the first pitch back. He also had over 50 RBIs, and that's the most RBIs by a position player in like 15 years since Kevin McDonald, who was a very good hitter back there in the Trapasso era. Ben out of the gates a little slow like the rest of the offense this week. In fact, coming into this game, Hawaii on the weekend was only hitting $198. 1 ball, 1 strike to BZN. From the left side against the right-hand throwing Feld. Holds the glove up by his face. Brings down the curveball and swung on and missed by Ziegler-Namoa. Ben this weekend is 2 for 10. The next pitch. That one hit on the ground, out towards second. Shoot goes over, scoops it up, brings it over to first. 4-3, the put out of Ziegler-Namoa to start the 4th inning. Well, you know, they always say hitting is contagious. Right now, not hitting is contagious for this Hawaii baseball team. Really haven't seen much offense all weekend long. And Jake Redding, the one guy that's been the bright spot, steps in. He did strike out back in the first inning, but he's been probably the most consistent of the Hawaii hitters. He's 5 for 13 this weekend.
Ooh. Yeah, they're going to give him a ball because he didn't set. He didn't set. He just kind of stumbled off the mound. And the home plate umpire called that ball 1, much to the displeasure of Mark Maktoff, the head coach. Actually, I'm sorry, that's Brandon Harmon, the associate head coach.
Well, I don't blame him.
Who initially yelled out, and now here comes the head coach to have a word with Matthias Frommelts.
Well, there's nobody on base. So
true.
I could see why the coach is going up and talking to the home plate umpire and saying, hey, nobody was on base. He lost his footing. What did you give him a ball for? And they're going to discuss, and then the umpire is always going to win.
Yeah.
And it looks like he'll win again.
Yeah.
I think the assistant coaches want to make sure. To get
and just to balance it out, he's going to tell Cody Watanabe, hey, you're too close to home plate. get back in what should be the on-deck circle. I wish they kind of drew one out.
They used to.
Yeah.
There used to always be an on-deck circle.
There used to just be like a pad.
Well, I mean, back in the day, they would have a circle, a literal circle on the field, and Redding pops that one up, and now to play over the right side. Jake Redding getting the start as the designated hitter after catching the first 3 games, and he's looked pretty good. I think Hawaii's definitely upgraded that position with Redding behind it. Any offense from him is a bonus, and the 1-1 foul back again. Makes its way onto the roof. And then, of course, Kamaehu Sanchez getting the nod today out of Farrington, and he's already thrown out a runner.
Yeah.
1-2 the count to Redding with 1 away. No score, bottom of the 4th inning. Feld comes set. He fires, check swing. Did he go around the appeal to first? The umpire says no.
The big thing they said was they need to improve defensively behind the plate. And it looks so far like the answer is yes. The offense from Redding is a double plus.
And the next pitch down to Redding, outside and low. Matias Fromelt behind the plate, calling balls and strikes. John Flanagan at first, Chris Maher over at third. The same rotation as opening night on Friday. So the count now has gone full. The payoff pitch lined upstairs. Look out. Up near Section FF. I know there's a pregnant woman sitting somewhere in that area. Be careful.
Protect her at all costs.
Protect her at all costs, I say. For sure. It's not my wife, by the way. It's my daughter. Right, here's the pitch. Hit on the ground out towards second. Shoop up with it. Brings it over to first. 2 away.
Congratulations to her.
Yeah. She's feeling a little bloated right now at the moment, right? Being pregnant for the first time. All right, base is empty, 2 away. Cody Watanabe, second baseman, flied out to right field in his lone plate appearance back in the 2nd inning. Bottom 4, no score. Hawaii and Gonzaga. And Cody takes the first pitch for a ball. Are the Zags going home tonight or tomorrow? Do you know?
I'm told tonight.
Okay. Well, like we said, they don't play at home forever. Not till like the end of March. They have a home game against UW. Watanabe that time looks at a strike. So after they leave Hawaii, they'll go back home for a little while. And then they're playing at Texas State down in Central Texas. A 1-1 to Watanabe. That one's way high off the right hand of Feld. Young, Schinkel, and Mefford in the outfield left to right. They're playing fairly straight away for Watanabe. Mefford maybe a few steps back in right field compared to the other two. And the 2-1 to Cody is in there for strike 2 call.
And note, Gonzaga and Texas State will be conference members next year in the Pac-12.
Yeah, it's so weird. Did you hear Sacramento State join the MAC?
Yeah, for 5 years and just for football.
And then Northern Illinois joins the Mountain West. It doesn't make any
From
sense.
the MAC.
I think the WAC started all this back in the day. And there's a ball lined over. Shortstop just out of the reach of Cisneros, who was drifting back for a base hit. And there's hit number 1 of the day off the bat of Cody Watanabe. A 2-out single here in the 4th. And for the 4th straight inning, Hawaii gets a base runner on with 2 outs, but that's the first one off a hit. Yeah, you got to go back to the WAC, and I think they started all this when you added like TCU and God, where else did we have to go? We had to go to Tulsa and Ruston, Louisiana, and Las Cruces, and now you got Stanford in the ACC. You know, and all these weird things I can't keep up. I don't even know what conference Wichita State's in anymore. First pitch swinging, that ball hit down the left field line. That could be trouble, and that will land fair. They're going to hold Watanabe up at third. Is going into second base, standing up. Well, the 2-bagger is Evan Robecki. Pulled it down the left field line. Young wasn't playing all that deep. No chance to get to the ball. And by the time he retrieved it, Hawaii had Watanabe at third and Robecki over at second. And with 2 away, Hawaii's got a chance.
That extra base hit brought to you by Hawaii USA Federal Credit Union, proud supporters of University of Hawaii Athletics. You almost kind of felt that the way the wind has been blown, that kind of softened that ball up to allow the left fielder to get there. And that may have made a difference in Watanabe being in third instead of having a chance to come home, as associate head coach Brandon Harmon's going to come out for Gonzaga.
Well, Josh, when there's 2 outs, you just go on contact, right?
True.
So,
right.
I mean, he hit down the left field line. I was surprised by how far it carried because the wind is blowing across the field. So we got a time call. We now have a mound visit. First time Hawaii's threatened here this afternoon. There is no score. After Ziegler Namoa grounded out to second, as did Redding. Single over the shortstop by Watanabe, and Robecki pulling a double down the left field line. Looking down towards the bullpen for Gonzaga, and we see some movement now, and I think they're going to start getting somebody warming up here shortly. I think Hawaii is just happy that they're not facing a left-hander right now, because the left-handed pitching for Gonzaga this week, I don't know what the splits are, but I'm guessing Hawaii's hitting under 100 against the lefties. You have that, Josh?
I believe I do.
You probably do on those stats.
Hawaii's hitting 209
against left-handers.
So
what are they hitting?
109 or 190 against righties.
So they're actually hitting better against left-handers?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel that way.
I mean, not by much.
No, I know. That's true. Here's Kamana Nahaku, last year's home run leader with 10. The center fielder walked in his first plate appearance, and he looks at a pitch outside and low. So the fans now starting to make a little noise.
Joe Thornton, left-hander up in the bullpen, for Gonzaga.
Oh, good, a left-hander now. Now that I know, actually, Hawaii hit better. It felt like the other way, I'm telling you. The 1-0, Kamana looks at that pitch outside and low, 2-0 to Nahaku. Watanabe at third, Robecki at second, no score, 2 away, bottom of the 4th inning. Base hit here, you would think, with plate 2. First trouble, Feld's been in all game long from the stretch. He brings it down. There's going to be a comebacker right to him. Fields it cleanly. Soft tosses it to first in time to end the Hawaii threat here in the 4th inning. So no runs, a pair of hits, no errors, and 2 big runners left on base. After 4 in the Manoa, it's Hawaii nothing, Gonzaga nothing. You're listening to Hawaii Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
At Dow Electric Supply, we're your local-based company with your needs in mind. We see the light in Hawaii, and rest assured, we are with you all the way. Our sales counter and will call are here to serve Hawaii's electricians, developers, utility companies, businesses, and homeowners. The Dial Lighting Gallery showroom is open by appointment only. Go online to www.dialelectricsupply.com. Open weekdays from 7 to 3. At Dial Electric Supply, we see the light.
Aloha, Kanoa Leahy here. I want to tell you about a special Kama'aina company I love, Kahala, the original Aloha shirt since 1936. Locally owned and operated in Honolulu, Kahala has been crafting iconic Aloha shirts for generations. To celebrate 90 years of Aloha in 2026, Kahala will be releasing limited edition shirts honoring each decade, from the 1930s to the 2020s. They look great and feel even better. Support local and check them out online at kahala.com, on Instagram at Kahala, or at one of their 6 locations island-wide.
Hawaii Baseball on ESPN Honolulu. Brought to you by Fantastic Sam's Cotton Collar.
Well, we played 4 here in Manoa. It's been a pitcher's duel to this point. Both teams have no runs. Both teams have 2 hits, and both teams have no errors. That pretty much sums up how it's been so far. Liam O'Brien back out there again. Josh, are you a bit surprised? I'm not.
Okay. The way he's looked, both these pitchers ran into a little bit of trouble in the 4th. Both got out of it. So I would imagine we've seen the bullpen stir. Hawaii's bullpen's now stirring a little bit. The 5th inning, I think, will be a tell-all for both of these teams to determine if they can get out of it. But I kind of get the feeling for O'Brien, this will be the end of the second time through the order. So this could potentially be his last inning.
Yeah, it's kind of the MO of Rich Hill, right? Mm-hmm. Here's Tommy Eisenstadt, the first baseman, steps in from the left side. First pitch, he pops it off the ground to O'Brien, who picks it up, throws it over to first. That was a high bouncer comeback. O'Brien so tall that he was able to pull it down a little early and get it over to Ziegler Namoa. So 1 pitch, 1-3, the put out, 1 away. Very economical right there. That'll keep them in the game if
Yes,
you
it
get
will.
out with every pitch. So one down, bases empty. Here's Andy Cisneros, the shortstop. He popped out to Watanabe in the second inning. Cisneros getting his second straight start at short for the Zags. He was over at short last night. On the weekend, Andy, as his mom calls him, is 3 for 8. She probably calls him Andrew. What do you think? Moms always call you by
Well,
your
it
full
depends
name,
if
yeah?
she's in a good mood or a bad mood.
If she's in a bad mood, it's Andrew for
Definitely,
sure, right?
Yeah, and the middle name. 2 relievers in the bullpen, by the way. Lefty Dylan Waits and righty Ryan Inoue.
Saw
Hawaii.
Inoue Saturday night, the former HPU stopper. 2 balls and no strikes now to Cisneros from the right side against the right-hand throwing O'Brien. And O'Brien brings that pitch down. It's bounced foul over towards the third base dugout. Steady wind blowing across the field as it has been pretty much all weekend, though earlier in the game it was a lot windier than, now it looks like it's picking up, but it was really whipping early. O'Brien's been in control. He's pitched well, and that one fouled straight back. If there wasn't a roof, it actually blew over. I thought it would land right about where you're sitting, Josh, on the roof.
Thank goodness not. That's a chain complex ball.
That is. Cisneros waits. O'Brien's got 3 strikeouts so far this afternoon. Can you get number 4 right here? No, that misses low. Cisneros thought about it for a second.
Current forecast winds at 21 miles per hour, gusts up to 35.
The payoff. There's ball 4. So O'Brien was ahead, and he loses Cisneros. That's the second walk of the game issued by O'Brien. It comes with 1 out here in the 5th inning. And in steps the designated hitter, the number 8 hitter in the order, Brandon Cabrera. He struck out swinging in the 3rd.
I only bring up the wind numbers because if you're just listening to this game and you hear the wind in our outdoor microphones,
I think everybody hears it.
You would think you would think we'd be broadcasting in a tropical storm or something.
Well, the winds are kind of like tropical storm-like at times.
In a way, yes.
So we'll see what O'Brien does with a runner on base. Last inning, he kind of went over to first a lot. This time he brings down the first pitch. It's fouled back. Cabrera has seen some action here this weekend. Not a whole lot. He's officially 0 for 1, but he has scored a couple of runs. Outfield shaded around to right, so that tells me Cabrera is an opposite field guy, and the pitch is lined on the right field line and out of play. You can tell so much from baseball by just looking at the way the defense sets up. You get an idea, not only the kind of hitter it is, but kind of what they're trying to pitch or where they're trying to pitch the ball.
Because it's not just pitcher and catcher who see pitch comp.
0-2. O'Brien pauses, brings it down. That ball hit in the air. Play ball out towards center field. Drifting into his left is the center fielder, Nahaku. Makes the grab, 2 away. I'm trying to think that did Kamada play any center field last year at all? Do you remember? On the road maybe or something?
I don't recall much of center field.
I
It
don't.
may have been like an inning or 2 here and there, but
I mean, you had Matt Murrell last year.
That's right.
He was so good. So 2 down. It'll be up to the number 9 hitter, Luca DiPaolo, the catcher. He bounced back to O'Brien in the 3rd inning. Still over at first, the base runner Cisneros being held on by Ziegler Namoa. Top of inning 5, no score. It's been a well-played game. Pitching-wise, defensively has been good as well, but neither team able to find much offense to this point. And the pitch from O'Brien to DiPaolo is a ball. So Hawaii will get a couple of days off. I think they have a mandatory day off probably tomorrow. You got to have at least one day, right?
Right.
Come back, on Wednesday. Probably do some batting practice, some fielding, short load practice, and back at it on Thursday. The great thing about baseball, it's a game that needs to be played every day, right?
Absolutely.
1-0 coming. O'Brien's ball bounced foul, third base side. Well, what are you going to talk about tomorrow on your show, Josh? You have any idea?
No idea just yet.
Not yet?
Probably a little bit of this game, probably a little bit of UH basketball, I'm sure.
Yeah, big weekend coming up for the basketball team as well. Thursday, Cal Poly. Saturday, that big one. AC Carter's number retired against UCSB. The 1-1. Line towards center, but right there is Nahaku to make the easy catch. And out number 3. If this is the last half inning for Liam O'Brien, he's looked really good in his 2026 debut. Here in the 5th, no runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left. We're halfway through. We're scoreless. You're listening to Hawaii Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
Abby Carpet and Floor introduces the newest waterproof flooring for Hawaii, Opulux. It's a waterproof laminate that's ideal for local living. With our busy lifestyles, it's very easy to keep clean. It's durable and also scratch resistant, perfect for homes with kids and pets. Visit their showroom at 560 North Nimitz Highway and see the waterproof Opulux laminate from Abby Carpet and Floor.
Rainbow basketball season is here, and Hele's running full court press on savings. Save 25 cents per gallon on fuel every day when you download the Hele app. That's right, save 25 cents per gallon every single day with the Hele app. Plus, use your Hele Kama'aina rewards points for a refuel or a spam musubi. Whether you're courtside or watching from home, Hele's got the winning play. Download the app to redeem.
Hele on! Rainbow Warrior Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
No score as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Each team with only 2 hits. Each team has yet to commit an error. And back out there to begin his 5th inning of work, the very impressive Justin Feld, who's walked one. He struck out a pair. Those 2 hits came last inning, an inning in which Hawaii had runners at second and third with 2 outs and could not push a run across. So the Bows have scheduled 8, 9, and 1. Nushida, Sanchez, and then Shimao. And Josh, I think it's time for Hawaii to start getting some offense going. What do you think?
I think so, especially when for the first time you had Feld on the ropes a little bit. Now you got to see if you've got a plan against him here in the later part of his time here. By the way, while we have a moment, want to send a shout out and a happy birthday to our good friend Patty Boy.
Yeah. Pat Garcia, the camera guy for Spectrum. Pat, you probably know who he is. You see him on football running around the sidelines at basketball. He's the guy on the floor with the little chair. And Pat is 66 today, I believe it is. He is the youngest 66-year-old I've ever met. He's unbelievable. He's also the guy on the roof at softball.
I know that's insane.
Yeah. That's a legend. First pitch down to Nushida. Misses outside. I say his age only because he proudly tells everybody how old he is. He should. Nushida, who was the hero of opening night last year.
Remember that.
A walk-off in the bottom of the ninth. He pulled one over the right fielder's head. And with the wind blowing today, that's possible again if you can get a hold of one. The Cal State Fullerton transfer. And the pitch to Draven. That one is a ball, and it's 2-0. Nushida on Friday night was out in left field, and today he's over in right field. He does bring that versatility. The 3-0. We'll see if he's taking all the way. He is, and he was about ready to throw his bat, but the umpire said that's a strike. Hawaii's had a base runner on every inning. Hawaii's left 4 on through 4. There's another strike down from Feld, who now has battled back to even the count up. And here comes the payoff. Popped up, foul territory, left field side. A couple of players going after. Bell slides on the warning track in foul territory, but he was well short of that one, so Nishida stays alive. Good hustle by Bell and the left fielder Young, but really no chance to get to that one. So you got basketball this weekend, baseball, softball is on the mainland. So they split a pair yesterday with Utah State and LMU, and that ball hit in the air, center field, pretty well. Circling around out there is the center fielder, Schenkel, and he makes the grab. Schenkel didn't read that well off the bat. He thought initially it was going to travel further. That's the difference between being familiar with this place or not. With that wind, it knocks it down. So he took a couple steps back, realized I got to hustle back in, and kind of circled around it and finally was able to find the ball and grab it. That could have been trouble. Instead, it's an F8 to start the 5th inning for Hawaii. On a windy day like this, the last thing you want to do is probably hit it in the air, right? Unless you pull it to right. And Kamaehu Sanchez, the catcher, struck out looking in the first, looks at the pitch outside, ball 1. Feld, been pitching out of the stretch pretty much. Not pitching out of the stretch right this second, though, and that pitch is another ball. Making his debut, Kamaehu Sanchez, played high school at Farrington. We've seen him throw a run around already, and he's drawn a 3-ball, no-strike count here with 1 away in the bottom of the 5th. No score, Hawaii and Gonzaga. A right-hander fires, and there's the strike at the knees. So hitting has been difficult all weekend long. Pitching has been great. And there's ball 4 to Sanchez. So he reaches on the 1-out base on balls. Only the second walk issued by Feld today. And then now we'll head to the top of the order, maybe the most due guy on this team in Tate Shimao. Shimao has nothing to show for himself this weekend. He's had a big offer at the leadoff spot. Time called for a second. The catcher, DePaulo, wanted to go out there. Shimao so far this weekend is 0 for 15. He has flied out to right twice. And that's one thing I noticed his first 2 at-bats. He's been really late picking up the pitches from Feld. We'll see if he makes an adjustment here his 3rd time around. Unless he's trying to go opposite. And the first pitch to Tate. Curveball stays upstairs. So Hawaii's had a runner on every inning. They left a single run in the first 2 innings. They had a runner on in the 3rd, but he got thrown out to end the inning. And they had 2 last innings. So it's not like they haven't had opportunities. And there goes the runner. Pitches lined inside the bag at 3rd. It's a fair ball. It will go all the way into the corner. They're waving Sanchez around. He will score, standing up at second with his first Hawaii hit. An RBI double for Tate Shimao. And Hawaii leads 1-0. Now, we said Shimao was due, and he pulled one well inside the bag at 3rd past Bell, and by the time it was brought back in, Sanchez had motored all the way home, and Tate Shimao gets off the schneid, and Hawaii gets on the board.
You knew Hawaii had confidence because they called the hit and run on that particular play. You had Sanchez on the move, and that was snug right inside of 3rd. Well designed. We've seen that work twice now this weekend on the hit and run.
Yeah. And how about Sanchez scoring all the way from first base?
Yeah. And by the way, that run brought to you by Sports Stand Sporting Goods. It's not just sporting goods.
It's a way of life. And we're going to get a visit. That I don't know. Is that going to be it? I think it is. They're going to go, it looks like, with the left-hander. So, Josh, you're in charge. What should we do?
I think I am authorizing us to take, as you call, a special 60-second timeout.
We will. 1 out, 1 run across, runner at second, bottom of the 5th, 1-0 Hawaii. And when we come back, we'll tell you all about the new pitcher. You're listening to Hawaii Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
Kimo, hey, you all set?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay then, let's do this.
I like this place.
Yeah, Hawaiian Financial FCU feels local.
They feel right. I can do this.
Graduation, a big step forward. So is making sure your graduate is set up for the real world. That's why local families choose Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union. Friendly service, trusted support, and help setting your kid up for what's next. Hawaiian Financial. Together starts here for life. Membership open to Oahu and Maui residents. Federally insured by NCUA.
This is Freddie and Harry.
The NBA does not worry about tanking, bringing a black mark to the league. You know why?
because when the playoffs roll around, nobody's going to be talking about tanking. Nobody's going to be talking about Utah Jazz and the Sacramento Kings and the Indiana Pacers sitting players. The tanking issue, it's not a media creation, but fans and media members are more exercised about that than the NBA really is. Tune in weekdays at noon on ESPN Honolulu and the ESPN Honolulu app.
Rainbow Warrior Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
Well, the Tate Shimao double inside the bag at third gets Hawaii on the board. And that also chases the starter Justin Feld. And they bring in a left-hander, Joe Thornton, a 6'2", 210-pound redshirt sophomore out of Tonasket, Washington, via Spokane Falls Community College.
Yeah, and he was in the Summer League, the West Coast League, with the Wenatchee Apple Sox. He was named an all-star there. A two-way player. He can play in the infield. You'll see him as a left-hander. Last year, he had hit .341, but he also went 2-0 with a save, an ERA north of 2, and 12 strikeouts in 13 1/3 innings.
Pretty good. Well, he's going to face Elijah Iquez, still only one away. Shimao out at second base. Facing the left-hander this time in Thornton. Elijah batting from the right side. Thornton checks the runner, brings the first pitch down. It's inside, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Oh, that must have felt so good to Tate Shimao. He was so due, and he had hit the ball hard all week, and he finally got one to get past one of the infielders and get that hit. And more importantly, driving the game's first run. Off-speed pitch misses down to Iquez. 2 balls and no strikes. Elijah today is 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch in the third inning, but thrown out trying to steal second. Thornton toying the rubber on the third base side. You can see the wind, his jersey moving in the wind. And the breaking ball misses low. It's 3 balls and no strikes. We have seen such good pitching from Gonzaga all weekend long, but I don't know how deep the bullpen really is. I think we're going to probably find out, and I think we want to find out a little bit more about Hawaii's bullpen today too. And there's ball 4. Nothing was even close to the strike zone. Elijah will trot down the first base, and Hawaii now with runners at first and second.
Final line for Justin Feld. Well, it's not complete.
Not final, because the runner at second is his responsibility.
Everything else, 3 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 2 hit batters. So far, 1 run. But again, responsible for Shimao at second.
And here comes Ben Ziegler Namoa. Hit by a pitch, he's grounded out. Ben has struggled against the left-handed throwers for Gonzaga this weekend, and he's facing Thornton right here. We'll see what he can do, and that big sweeping pitch is down for a strike.
1 of 6 against left-handers so far.
Is that 166 batting average?
Is it? 166 to 167, round up.
Right around there, right?
Yeah.
There's some numbers that you just know because of baseball.
Exactly.
There's a pitch, another big sweeping ball. Gets away from the catcher. The runners are going. The throw to third will be late. So it'll be a wild pitch. Advancing Shimao to third. And Iquez to second. If BZN could get a base hit right here, Hawaii could tack on potentially a couple of more runs. We'll see if that's a costly wild pitch from Thornton. And that will draw the infield in for the Zags now. And I think they realize that this has the potential of being a fairly low-scoring game. At least it has been through the first 4.5 innings. So 1-1. Ziegler hits that one in the air towards right field. Coming in the right field. He makes the grab. The runner tags at third. Shimao throws offline. And he slides in safely. And then the runner at second. That is Iquez, realizes the ball got away from DiPaolo, and he advances over to third. So first, give Ben Ziegler Namoa the sac fly to right field, the RBI. It's 2-0 Hawaii, and then there has to be an error somewhere, I would imagine, unless they are going to just say it's on the play. And Iquez took advantage and went over to third.
I would have given an error. I mean, the throw from the right fielder was so far off the line that it took the catcher probably about 15, 20 feet away from home plate, and then the ball kind of trickled through his legs and behind him. It's a good read by Iquez.
Yeah, the only reason why I'd give an error, and I was talking to Darren, there's a ball hit down the left field line. That one is foul off the bat of Redding. Was only because I don't think Iquez was going to go to third until he saw that ball get away.
And I felt the same way.
Yeah. So 0-1 now the count to Redding. 2 runs across. That run scored, brought to you by Sports Stand Sporting Goods. You got to do the first part.
Oh, it's not just sporting goods.
It's a way of life.
I thought it flipped around there.
No, we got to always keep the same tag alive. The 0-1 pitch from Thornton is a strike, and it's 0-2. So a double and a sac fly, and Hawaii gets the first 2 runs of the afternoon here in the 5th inning. That pitch fouled off at the plate. Redding is struck out. He is grounded out. But the bat's coming alive here in the 5th inning. Couple of base hits. Took advantage of a walk. And you can also close the book on Feld now. Those 2 runs will be earned to the starter. I'd like to tack on another with a base hit by Redding right here. The 0-2 offering. Swung and fouled back. It all started when Kamaehu Sanchez walked. Shimao inside the bag at third. Double. Sanchez scored. Wild pitch moved both runners up 90 feet. And BZN hit a line to right, caught by Meffert, and scored the second run. The 0-2 again fouled back off the bat of Redding.
So I think question again, do you see Liam O'Brien come back out?
Yes.
You still see both the lefty and the righty warming, but at the very least, Shimal has given O'Brien at least a chance for a winning decision.
Redding ready. Again, 0-2, and there's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Redding goes down swinging for the second time this afternoon. However, the damage has been done as Hawaii plates 2 on a couple of base hits. There were no Gonzaga errors and a runner left. After 5 complete, it's now Hawaii 2, Gonzaga nothing. You're listening to Hawaii Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
This UH sports season, stay cool and go green with Malona Ice Cream. Malona's creamy, refreshing bars are the perfect treat for every Bows fan. And now, you can enjoy Malona's new pina colada flavor, available exclusively in Hawaii. Whether you're watching from the stands or cheering from home, beat the heat and treat yourself to Malona. Find your favorite flavors at Costco, Foodland, Safeway, and 7-Eleven stores. Go green and enjoy Malona, the coolest way to cheer on the Bows.
Sports Stand Sporting Goods is Hawaii's best baseball and softball store. At Sports Stand, you'll experience the largest selection of baseball and softball gloves and bats in Hawaii. You know the rules. Quality sporting goods, always at a price you can afford. Stop by Sports Stand Sporting Goods in beautiful downtown Waipio, 94-547 Uke'e Street, Suite 303. Or give them a call at 808-676-STAND. That's 808-676-7826. Remember, at Sports Stand, it's not just sporting goods, it's a way of life.
Rainbow Warrior Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
Well, we played 5 complete here in Manoa for Hawaii. 2 runs on, I have 4 hits. The scoreboard says 3. What do you have?
I have 3.
You do? Well, then I messed up somewhere. Anyway, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. For Gonzaga, no runs on 2 hits, no errors. And we were wondering about Liam O'Brien as they're doing the outfield run, and the pickle just fell down. I think that's a pickle. The guy in the green uniform, he falls face first again. Down goes the green guy, and the red guy is going to go all the way across the finish line. And a consolation prize for the green guy.
We cheer for the guy who falls, not for the guy who wins.
No, that's true. Anyway, getting back to the game. Liam O'Brien's afternoon is Powell. And what a great debut it was here in 2026 for O'Brien. He goes 5 innings, does not give up a run, only a couple of hits. And I have 2 walks and 3 strikeouts for O'Brien. So the new pitcher for Hawaii is Dylan Wade, a familiar face out of Baldwin High School. The lefty, 6'2", 205-pound senior. Came into the program via Clark Community College. He's out of Wailuku.
Didn't see a lot of him last year, but did have a 2-0 record in 8 appearances. So there's the hope that he can be a bigger factor in this bullpen going into his senior year.
I liked what I saw from him a little bit last year. He's got some pretty good ability. He's going to have to face the top of the order now for the Zags in Shinko, Medford, and Bell.
By the way, that call to the bullpen brought to you by HCAMP, the Hawaii Concussion Awareness Management Program. Visit hawaiiconcussion.com.
You are right. There was only one hit last inning. There were 2 walks last inning, so the 3 hits is correct. As Schinkel steps in from the left side against the left-hand throwing Wade, who brings on the first pitch. Fastball at the knees, first strike.
What did you think of Liam O'Brien?
Thought he was great. Thought he looked good. The thing I liked most is there were times last year when there were base runners on that it really, really bothered him and it kind of threw off his rhythm. I think the first base runner kind of bothered him. There's a pitch down that is swung on and missed. And then I think after Coach Hill went out there, kind of settled him down, I think he settled down. And that just comes with more experience. You mentioned when he was at Gonzaga, not used a whole lot. Got a lot of action last year. You can see that paid off here in this first start. The 0-2, Wait, winds, delivers. That's high and up inside. Schinkel has grounded out, and he has singled. That came back into third, but then was thrown out by Sanchez trying to swipe second. Top of the 6th, 2-0 Hawaii. Dylan Wait, first reliever of the afternoon for Hawaii. And the lefty brings on the pitch, called strike 3 on the outside corner. Oh, what a nice pitch. Caught the corner with the fastball. Schinkel just shook his head and walks back towards the dugout. First strikeout for Wait. 1 down here in the 6th inning. And Noah Meffert, the right fielder, he has struck out and grounded out. Now, if Hawaii can find a good, solid left-handed reliever out of the bullpen, oh, that would really help the cause. And I think Dylan Wade has that capability, and he brings on another strike.
Speaking of lefties in the pen, we saw Grant Garman yesterday, the sophomore from Davison, Michigan. He's in the bullpen right now, joining Ryan Inoue.
And Wade working quickly. He's not messing around. He's pitching out of the stretch. Fires another pitch down for a strike. And he seems to be kind of throwing off the hitters. They're not reacting at all. And then after the ball crosses the plate, they kind of shake their head like, man, they're not picking up his pitches very well. At least that's what it looks like from here. So Wade ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Bases empty, 1 away. And the next pitch just misses outside. Sanchez framed it for a brief moment. So a 2 spot in the bottom of the 5th inning by Hawaii on an RBI double by Shimao and a fly out by Ziegler Namoa. 1-2 the count. The offering downstairs. Nice sunshiny Monday afternoon. A little windy, maybe a lot windy, but
depends what your tolerance is, I guess.
Yeah, but it's okay. The 2-2 pitch, curveball inside. And what was an 0-2 count now has gone full.
Easy for us to say in a covered booth.
Yeah, because we're actually pretty wimpy. If we were outside, we'd probably have jackets on and blankets, but we talk a big game indoors, don't we?
Yes, we do.
All right, the payoff pitch from Wait. And that one is hit over third into left field for a base hit. So 1 out, knocked to left field off the bat of Meffert. Only the 3rd hit of the ball game by Gonzaga and their first hit since the 3rd inning. And we're in inning number 6. And Mikey Bell, the 3rd baseman. Even though Mikey Bell has not had a good offensive series, every time he comes to the plate, kind of hold your breath a little bit because you know what he can do. Last year, 360, double-digit home runs, West Coast Conference Player of the Year. You just hope he breaks out next week in Texas. And the first pitch down to Bell. Breaks downstairs. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Well, one thing for Hawaii is after you play an opponent, you always want them to do well.
Yeah.
Especially if Hawaii can pull out and win this game and win the series to open up the season. 1-0 pitch, hit in the air, pretty high out towards right. Going back is the right fielder, still going back, jumps up, can't get the ball. It goes off the fence. Nushida couldn't retrieve it, and it's rallying around in the outfield. Hawaii finally brings it back in. And Meffert, who had to hold up, he was over at first. He didn't know if Nushida would make the grab or not. He only gets to third base. So it's a double by Bell off the wall in right field. And luckily for Hawaii and Waite, Mefford had a hold up. So runners at second and third now with one away. And the cleanup hitter Hudson Shoup, the hitter, and Hawaii's going to bring their infield in, similar to what Gonzaga did in the bottom of last inning.
Nishida was pretty cautious on how he played that. I mean, he didn't rush himself to the wall. He was tracking the baseball. Then he reached up. That was just over his glove. He was just a step too short of that, and then bounced another good 20, 30 feet forward before you could track it down.
Yeah, playing right field today is not fun for either side.
Yeah.
And here comes the pitch from Waite. Fires a fastball high.
But you're right. The point on Mefford having to wait, I mean, literally, Bell was about 3-4 feet behind him. They were nearly side by side running the bases between first and second.
And I don't blame Mefford. You got to hold up. You're not sure if he's going to make the grab or not. 1-0 pitch there as they strike down from Waite. Lefty against lefty. Dylan Waite, the left-hander. Hudson Shoup, the hitter, batting from the left side. 0 for 2. He has struck out. Waite would love to get a K right here. Next pitch, hit in the air, and that's going to be deep enough to score the run from third. BZN under it. He makes the grab. Mefford takes from third, and the throw in will be cut off. And a sac fly for Shoup to center field, driving in the first run of the afternoon for Gonzaga. It's now a 2-1 Hawaii lead.
And smart job by Nahaku out in center.
Oh, I said BZN, I think. Yeah, you're right.
So used
Nahaku.
to it. But he made sure that priority was not the runner coming home. The priority was the runner at second base, making sure he didn't advance.
And now we get Rich Hill slowly walking out, which means I have a feeling he's going to make a pitching change. And they are going to make a pitching change. So Dylan Waite will get two-thirds of an inning. Responsible for the run, obviously, and the runner out at second base. And who's Hawaii going to bring in?
Well, this looks like it's going to be Inoue coming in, as this call to the bullpen is brought to you by HCAMP, the Hawaii Concussion Awareness Management Program. Visit hawaiiconcussion.com.
So the transfer from HBU, the career saves leader, saw some action in Saturday's game, and he'll get a chance to go out there and warm up. He's a left-hander, not a big guy, 5'9", 165-pound senior, went to Kailua High School. We mentioned transferred over from HBU, and he's not your he was the closer there. I'm not quite sure. It looks like he's going to probably end up being more of a middle guy for Hawaii. He just brings a different kind of approach. He's not an overpowering guy. I think that's what made him so successful at the Division II level. He wasn't overpowering, but he was crafty, and he was really good at closing out games for the Sharks.
The approach is one word you can use. The other, he forces you to look at things from a different arm angle. I mean, he's shorter than what he is because he kind of bends down in a crouch before he tosses the baseball and kind of brings it down, kind of sidewinds it. So if you're a hitter, you've got to get adjusted to something totally new with the 5'9" Inoue on the bump.
So he'll continue his warm-up tosses. We'll remind you, Hawaii back at it on Thursday when UH opens up a 4-game series against Wichita State. Thursday through Sunday. Again, want to remind you, make your plans to make Saturday a UH campus day. Baseball's at 3 on Saturday, right? And then on at 5 o'clock next door at the Sheriff Center, Hawaii UCSB, maybe the biggest game to this point of the season, depending on how Hawaii plays on Thursday, on national TV. It's a whiteout in honor of A.C. Carter, whose number will be retired. In fact, Friday night here for Les Mercami, the next Friday and Saturday are going to be a lot of fun on this campus. And if you're a UH fan, you definitely want to be a part of it. All right, Inoue has wrapped up his warm-up tosses. And he'll face Ryder Young. Tying runner out at second base, 2 away, 2-1 Hawaii here in the 6th inning. The offense has come alive for Gonzaga, and that pitch hit on the ground. The second, scooped up nicely by Watanabe. One pitch, one away as he brings it over to first, and a nice job by Inoue coming in and closing the door. However, for the Zags, they do pick up a run on a pair of hits. There were no Hawaii errors and a runner left on base. We played 5.5 in Manoa. Hawaii 2, Gonzaga 1. You're listening to Hawaii Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
While Hawaii's public employees were hard at work, politicians in Washington handed billionaires massive tax breaks. Now Hawaii lawmakers may need to cut essential public services to cover the shortfall. That could mean inadequate food safety protections, fewer health services, and weakened public safety. When Hawaii calls, who will be there to answer? Tell your lawmakers, protect Hawaii's vital public services. A message from HGEA.
Kimo, you all set?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay then, let's do this.
I like this place.
Yeah, Hawaiian Financial FCU feels local.
They feel right. I can do this.
Graduation, a big step forward. So is making sure your graduate is set up for the real world. That's why local families choose Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union. Friendly service, trusted support, and help setting your kid up for what's next. Hawaiian Financial. Together starts here for life. Membership open to Oahu and Maui residents. Federally insured by NCUA.
Rainbow Warrior Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
Scott Robs along with Josh Pacheco in the Robs Leahy press box here in Mono. We got ourselves a good one on President's Day. As we get ready to begin the bottom of the sixth inning, Hawaii leads it 2-1. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Bows, 1-4-0 for the Bulldogs. Hawaii getting both their runs coming in the bottom of the fifth inning, and Gonzaga getting their lone run on top of this frame. So we'll see if Hawaii can keep the offense going if it continues from last inning. And Cody Watanabe, who fielded the final out in the top of the inning, will lead things off here in the bottom of the sixth. Watanabe followed by Robecki and Haku to face Joe Thornton, who begins his first full inning of relief. His first pitch is a ball. Thornton came in last inning in relief of Justin Feld, who pitched really well, but right now is on the line for the loss. And the next pitch down to Watanabe is a strike on the inside corner. Cody, he has flied to right, and he has singled. In fact, he had the first hit of the ball game for Hawaii. Hawaii didn't get their first hit to the fourth inning. Watanabe, his second stint as a Rainbow Warrior. Curveball in there for a strike. Played his freshman year here at UH, used mainly as a pinch runner. Then went to junior college, and then the last 2 years has been pretty much the everyday second baseman for the University of San Francisco. The 1-2 pitch cut on a missed strike 3, and Watanabe strikes out. So 1 down. We'll see what Evan Robecki can do. Robecki doubled back in the fourth inning. He's 1 for 2. That was a fourth inning. Robecki doubled after Watanabe had singled. Hawaii had runners at second and third and couldn't push across a run then. And the pitch down from Thornton is in there, strike 1. Hawaii won Friday and Saturday. Yesterday was Gonzaga rallying and winning it in 12, 7-2. Bouncing ball foul, third base side over towards the dugout. This time of the year is so fun. I mean, you got so many things going on. Basketball, right? And this is the time of year where it gets exciting. The men tied for first. The women, there's an off-speed pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3. Thornton looking pretty good here in the sixth inning. Back-to-back strikeouts, 2 away. The women's basketball team, though, slowly making their way up the conference standings. I think they're going to be a dangerous one to face in the Big West tournament. Softball is underway. Beach volleyball is getting underway. Water polo is playing. They won today earlier.
Men's volleyball. Couple extra home games next week against BYU.
Wednesday and Friday. It's busy time. So 2 down, bases empty, and Coach Hill is going to call an offensive timeout. It's Kamana Nahaku, the scheduled hitter, and Kamana's going to go over there and talk to him. And this is just to probably give Inoue a little extra time to relax on the bench, though. He came in through 1 pitch, got an out, and that was it.
Let's see if he comes back. I mean,
that's true.
Tsubasa Tomi is in the bullpen. We mentioned Garmin was up a little while ago. So, I mean, there's the possibility that that's all Hawaii needed from Inoue.
Well, it's possible. You're right.
By the way, since we mentioned men's volleyball, shout out to our own Tip Wells. He and Pop's listening in San Diego.
Awesome. Tiff is the best.
Yes, he is.
Tiff will be calling baseball on Thursday,
Yeah,
won't he?
he and Harry will be here Thursday night.
Big Padre fan, Tiff.
That's the only mark. The only one.
I like the Padres.
Well,
Even
I
though I'm
know
a
you
Giants fan, I've probably been to Petco more than any other park. Here's a 1-0 pitch. I love that ballpark. And there's a strike down. Nahaku with a 1-ball-1-strike count. You and I may possibly go to Petco Park this year.
I would love that.
We're going to try to make that happen. The next pitch, Kamana way out front, misses. And 1-2 strikes. Yeah, because the Hawaii UCSD series in San Diego, the day prior of that series is the final game between our Giants and the Padres at Petco.
That's right.
The 1-2 lined over the third base coach. That's Rich Hill. He had to get out of the way. Rich is still nimble at his age.
Yep.
He's about as good a shape as anybody on the field, probably. I asked him, are you still surfing? He goes, nah, I'm not during the season. I got to concentrate on the work. I remember the first couple of times I ever went in his office, all you saw were surfboards. It's now 2-2 strikes in the Haku. 2-1 Hawaii here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Thornton has struck out the last 3 going back to the last inning that he's faced. Working quickly, the 2-2. There's a comebacker right back up the box into center field for a base hit. So Nahaku gets that 2-out single. And Hawaii now has had a base runner on every inning of this game. Hit number 4 for Hawaii on the day. And Draven Nushida, the right fielder. He is grounded out. He is flied out. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Bows, 1-4-0 for the Zags. Ishida steps in from the left side against the left-hand throwing Thornton, who brings down the first pitch for a strike. Could you see possibly a 2-out steal attempt by Nahaku to try to get something going?
Yeah, I mean, you could see it. I don't know that they'll do it in a 2-1 game, but
I don't know. Nahaku turns away from that one. It curves in for a strike. And it's nothing in 2. Now I would say no chance.
Yeah.
They go over to first and leaning the wrong way for a second was Nahaku. He had to hustle to get back to the bag.
Fortunate Thornton doesn't have a real strong move over.
Or maybe that was just a decoy.
Maybe.
Nahaku's got a pretty sizable lead. He's going to go to throw to first. They got him in the pickoff, back down to second, and they say he's safe. The ball was there well before Nahaku, and somehow the shortstop Cisneros must have missed the tag. So Nahaku does steal second base, as we predicted. And that stolen base is brought to you by
Helion.
Helion, all right.
The way that left arm just kind of swung around was very fortunate in his case. Wow.
So stolen base for Nahaku, a base hit right here would give Hawaii another run. There's a ball hit in the air, though, to center field, playable, and Shinko under it to make the catch. So the highlight of that inning was the stolen base by Nahaku, but Hawaii has nothing to show for it. No runs, no hits. There was no runs, 1 hit. There were no errors, and a runner left on base. We played 6 complete, 2-1 Hawaii. You're listening to Hawaii Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
Did you know emotional symptoms are common after a concussion? Anxiety, sadness, irritability? These feelings can make everyday life harder after a head injury. And if you've had emotional struggles before, recovery could take even longer. That's why it's so important to recognize and understand these symptoms are a normal part of healing. If you need help, contact a medical professional. Learn more at hawaiiconcussion.com. This message was brought to you by Hawaii Concussion Awareness Management Program, HCAM.
You make family life look good. You balance a busy schedule and a budget. For you, a real look needs to be really convenient. So come to Fantastic Sam's Cut and Color and bring the kids. Our stylists can give you the hairstyles you want at an unbeatable value. And our happiness promise means your hairstyle happiness is guaranteed. Visit today. We'll get your family ready for tomorrow. Real salon experiences, real savings, real fantastic. Fantastic Sam's.
Rainbow Warrior Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
Through 6-2-1, Hawaii 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Gonzaga 1 run on 4 hits and no errors. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Hawaii Baseball on ESPN Honolulu, presented by Sports Stand Sporting Goods.
ESPN Honolulu is Hawaii's sports leader. KKEA Honolulu, 1420 AM and 92.7 FM. Part of the IO family of companies.
All right, Josh, I left you with a lead, 2-1. You've got a chance to get your first save of the season. So calling the game the rest of the way, the voice of Rainbow Baseball, Joshua James Pacheco.
You remembered my middle name after all these years.
Well, I thought I'd call you JJ maybe from now on.
Yeah,
you used to be called JJ?
Unfortunately, yes. We got a new left fielder we'll tell you about in a moment. And still on the mound is Inoue. First pitch line over the glove. The second baseman Watanabe into right field. Tommy Eisenstadt doesn't take long to swing at the first pitch and gets on base with Gonzaga down a run here in the top of the 7th. New left fielder is Gabe Wright. He comes in for Evan Rolbecki. That in-game adjustment brought to you by Lex Brody's Tire Company. Wear your University of Hawaii apparel when you visit any Oahu Lex Brody's location and get an additional 5% off of your purchase. And Rich Hill, about 3 steps after coming out of the dugout, takes his left finger, points it out toward the bullpen, and signals the end of the day for Inoue. So
well, you were talking about whether or not you thought he would come out to begin the 7th inning, and maybe it was just to face that one guy.
It's very possible. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by HCAMP, the Hawaii Concussion Awareness Management Program. Visit hawaiiconcussion.com. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we return. It's Hawaii 2, Gonzaga 1, with 1 on and nobody out in the top of the 7th inning. With this pitching change, we'll step aside for a minute. You're listening to Hawaii Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
Rainbow basketball season is here, and Hell is running full court press on savings. Save 25 cents per gallon on fuel every day when you download the Hele app. That's right, save 25 cents per gallon every single day with the Hele app. Plus, use your Hele Kama'aina rewards points for a refuel or a spam musubi. Whether you're courtside or watching from home, Hele's got the winning play. Download the app to redeem.
Hele on.
This is Freddie and Harry.
The NBA does not worry about tanking, bringing a black mark to the league. You know why? Because when the playoffs roll around, nobody's going to be talking about tanking. Nobody's going to be talking about Utah Jazz and the Sacramento Kings and the Indiana Pacers sitting players. The tanking issue, it's not a media creation, but fans and media members are more exercised about that than the NBA really, really is. Tune in weekdays at noon on ESPN Honolulu and the ESPN Honolulu app.
Rainbow Warrior Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
2-1 Hawaii in the top of the 7th inning, and Hawaii will go to its 4th pitcher of the afternoon, Scott. It is the right-hander Tsubasa Tomi, the 5'6" junior from Tokyo, Japan.
Yeah, he's making his 3rd appearance already on the weekend, and he's had a pretty good outing out there. He did give up a run, and I think that was Friday's game, but he's pitched 3 innings. He's done a pretty good job. He's got great breaking pitches, and more than anything, the guy can almost throw every day from what we understand.
An inning and a third with a strikeout yesterday. He's 5-1 at Pima Community College last year. 3 innings worked, ERA of 3 for the right-hander.
And he probably leads the country in appearances.
I'm sure you're right. He'll face Andy Cisneros, who walked and popped out to second. He's 0 for 1. Ryan Inoue's line, a third of an inning, 1 hit. He threw 2 pitches. The last pitch of the 6th, the first pitch of the 7th. Here's Cisneros, who takes a called strike on the outer half from Tomi. Brandon Cabrera after that. 2-1 Hawaii lead, top of the 7th. Tomi off the extreme first base side of the rubber. Hands waist high. His pitch is a slider low and away. We'll see what they want to do with Eisenstadt at first. I'd be kind of interested to see what they do in a one-run game how aggressive they might get. Counts at 1-1. Tomey's pitch. Another slider that misses low and away. Looks more like a curve, really. 2-1 the count to the Gonzaga shortstop. You wonder, you see for the first time potentially, all these appearances help or hurt. Check swing, he went around. Nice changeup rolling down out of the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That wind just blowing off the back of his jersey. 82 miles an hour on that pitch with a little bit of outward break against the right-hander. 2-2. Runner being held at first. Tomey to the plate. Swing. This one guided into right field. Coming in, Nushida reaches in, makes the catch. Throw back to first. He's just late.
Wow, that was a lot closer than I thought it would be.
It's a good idea by Nushida for sure. But the runner got back by maybe a step and a half. So fly out to right. Important first out recorded here in the top of the 7th. And Brandon Cabrera, the hitter. Cabrera 0 for 2 has struck out and has flied out to center. Still see Garmin warming in the Hawaii bullpen. The lefty. Tomey's pitch. And that's a curveball down and away. 1-0 to Cabrera. And that's Garmin, Garman, not the old GPS system. Garmin, remember those? Garmin?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, nowadays most people would. You just use your phone. 1-0, fastball away.
Well,
2 balls and no strikes.
Hawaii did have a player named Trey Garmin who played many years ago.
I'm surprised you don't know the whole Garmin thing. Before your phone had maps on it, you'd get a GPS thing.
I didn't have my first phone until I was about your age now. You got to remember, I'm quite a bit older.
It's a little
than
more
you.
recent than that, though.
I had a Nokia. I think that's the first phone I ever had.
2-0. That gets there right below the letters, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike to Cabrera.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Okay. Well, there's your Google assignment for the day.
Well, I'm also the kind of guy that doesn't have to have my phone at all times.
Okay.
I can leave my house and leave my phone at home, and I feel perfectly fine.
Until someone tries to call you.
They got a hold of me before this stuff happened. I always
2-1.
35 years of my life, I didn't have a cell phone.
2-1 gets in there on the inner half for a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Cabrera. It's always that one time. You say you're fine, and then it's the one time. 2-2 with 1 out. Tomey fires. Swing, and that cued off the end of the bat foul, first base side.
Well, Josh, I'm really easy to find. I'm either at UH or at home.
That's a good point. Because you're certainly not being sent on any grocery runs, are you?
Not now. I have them deliver it instead.
The timing of that line, by the way, was very good. 2-2. Runner at first is Eisenstadt with 1 out. Tomey pauses and delivers. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 3.
Big strikeout right there. Nice pitch.
Left that one up in the strike zone. And Cabrera could not get at it at 78 miles an hour. 2 down, tying runs at first. Number 9 hitter is Luca DiPaolo.
Well, I think one thing we've learned already this opening weekend is that Tomey is going to be a big part of this bullpen.
And Rich Hill, I think they're signaling out defensive instructions out toward the outfield.
Yeah, they're just letting the defense know how they want them to play.
Curveball low and away, ball 1 to DiPaolo.
Nishida in right is way back there, and he should be with the wind whipping like it is.
And it almost got him on a play that went, well, it didn't necessarily get him. It was just the ball that was just hit better that went off at the middle of the fence a couple innings ago. 1-0. It's another breaking ball, and it's on the outside edge. Strike 1 to the right-handed hitting catcher.
Well, it makes you a little nervous if you're a coach. It's only a 2-1 game, and we're in the 7th inning. All it takes is one pitch and one swing of the bat with a runner on, and all of a sudden you're losing.
And that's why I'm still a little surprised Gonzaga didn't try to do a little bit more with the leadoff hit. 1-1. Off the end of the bat, that one floated into the second level and foul. Young lady's got a foul ball.
All right.
Hands to the hands to the roof, whatever they call that.
I think they call it hands to the
I think
roof.
it's raise the roof.
Oh, is it raise the roof? Okay.
That's so 15 years ago.
Is it?
I
I
think.
thought people still do it.
1-2. Crowd trying to get behind Tomi. The righty sets and fires. Swing, and that one just twisted on the ground off the end of the bat. Foul to the right. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hawaii in the home half of the 7th. We'll have Sanchez. Then the lineup turns around to Shimao and Iquez. 1-2. Tomi shakes off the sign. Now nods, finds what he likes. He's ready and delivers. Pitch, bounced foul. Right beyond the Hawaii third base dugout. Apollo's fouled off the last 3 he has seen. Nine hits combined between these two teams. It has been really all weekend a matter of good pitching. Gonzaga had that 1 breakout inning in the 12th, but other than that, pitching has been the star during opening weekend. Tomi's 1-2. Fastball just off the outside corner. Tomi was bursting off the mound, took a big jump and headed right back to the top of the bump. 2-2. Definitely outside. I think he wanted the benefit of the corner. Actually, they're seeing the counts 3-2, did the home plate umpire. Now time is called. And Rich Hill, I think, wants to know what the count is. I have 2-2. Everybody else seems to have 2-2. And there you go. The home plate umpire admits he made a mistake and confirms the count is 2-2.
Hey, he's human.
Yeah. And Rich Hill has a few parting words for making a mistake. 2-2. Tomi's pitch. Down and away. Runner trying to go for second. No throw. Stolen base for Eisenstadt. That ball wasn't in the dirt or in the carpet. It was just low, and Eisenstadt was on the move. First stolen base of the year for Gonzaga. Now the tying run is in scoring position. Full count. Tomi fires. Swing and a chopper right back to him. He'll race underhand to first. Gets it there in time. And the inning's over.
He is so demonstrative. I love watching Tsubasa. He shows emotion. He was pumping his fist and jumping up and down after that play. That's great.
No runs, 1 hit. And 1 runner left. Time for the 7th inning stretch. Brought to you by Fantastic Sam's Cut and Color. Hawaii 2, Gonzaga 1. This is Hawaii Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
This place they call paradise, I call my home. Blessed to be born and raised local ground.
With hotels, condo resorts, and vacation rentals on 5 Hawaiian islands, Castle Resorts and Hotels is a Kama'aina favorite. When you need a place to stay to attend a tournament, family function, or a golf getaway, visit castleresorts.com for special Kama'aina rates.
Hawaii, Hawaii, Hawaii. There ain't no other place like these islands.
Castle Resorts and Hotels. Born in Hawaii, built on hospitality, inspired by aloha.
Hawaii, there ain't no other place like these islands.
Rainbow Warrior Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
Hawaii 2, Gonzaga 1. It has been thrilling here to wrap up this 4-game series at the ballpark. Tomi, exciting getting out of the top of the 7th. Thornton is back out for Gonzaga here in the bottom of the 7th inning. We'll see Kamaehu Sanchez, Tate Shimao, and Elijah Iquez here for Hawaii. Thornton came on in the 5th, got the final 2 outs, gave up a single. Gave up a single in the 6th with a couple of strikeouts. And now faces Sanchez, walked and struck out in his first appearance as a Rainbow Warrior. Transferred over to the program from St. Louis. The Billikens out of the A10 hit 191 last year. But for 3 years before that, I mean, it's a good journey for the Farrington grad going through some of the lower levels of college baseball. As Sanchez takes a fastball, a strike called on the inner half, 0-1. Going from the NAIA level at Graceland, 0-1. Is outside and gets by the catcher. For a couple years, then was at Johnson in Tennessee, also an NAIA school, the Johnson Royals. 1-1. Sanchez rips this one out of play to the left. That's foul. 1-2. And then after 3 years at the NAIA level, gets right up to Division I. Hit 5 home runs last year for the Billikens. 1-2. Misses up and away. Breaking ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So we had seen Jake Redding all weekend catching. He gets a break because do you really want to ask someone to catch 4 days out of 4? This pitch hit hard in off the hands and foul toward the Gonzaga first base side dugout. Two balls, 2 strikes. There is action in the Bulldogs bullpen as this pitch is muscled out of play to the right. That's also foul. Still 2-2. Pitch. That's an off-speed pitch, maybe a changeup outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1-run game. The last thing you want to do is let the lead base runner on. Pitch. Swing, and that line back to the messaging board in the backstop. Good at bat here. We'll see the 9th pitch of it between Thornton and Sanchez here in a second. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. Thornton, left-hander, off the third base side of the rubber. Pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good at bat for Sanchez, but he went after a high heater and came up empty for the first out of the home half of the 7th. So top of the order, and Tate Shimao, you called it a couple of innings ago, finally got his first hit as a Rainbow Warrior, and a crucial one to give Hawaii the lead in the 5th inning.
Well, I also said that once he starts hitting, once he gets that first hit, watch out. And let's see if he can make me look good here again.
And he takes a strike. 0-1. That RBI double in the 5th. He started his year 0 for 15.
And Mikey Bell, the third baseman, playing behind the bag and hugging the line.
0-1. Shimao, bouncer toward Bell. That stays fair at third. Throw across to first in time for the second out. That was very close to the line of the third base umpire. Chris Marr tapped his chest toward the home plate umpire and said, I'll make that call. Right up the line. 2 down, nobody on. Here's Elijah Iquez. Hawaii 2, Gonzaga 1. Bottom of inning number 7. Iquez has been hit by a pitch. He has walked and has grounded out 3-1. So far, 231 on the early year for the Hawaii shortstop. Thornton ready, kicks and delivers, and issues a strike over the inside corner to Iquez. So you'll head down to TV shortly.
Mm-hmm.
Cool to see television here Sunday and Monday. I like it.
Yeah, I think we have a couple of more Sunday games on our schedule.
Another fastball poured in for strike 2 on the inside half. I'll see you again Friday night. Well, I'll see you Thursday.
You'll see me at basketball.
We'll work together Friday.
Yes.
For baseball. 0-2, the pitch. Iquez hits it through the right side, a base hit. right by the diving Eisenstadt at first. As Mefford brings it back in, a 2-out hit for Elijah Iquez. And then Saturday, you'll be here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll join you for pregame, and then I'll ship my way over to basketball. The initial plan was it was 3 and 7.
Yeah, I didn't realize they changed the times until you told me yesterday.
Yeah, because ESPNU came on board and moved the basketball game. So I was planning to do both. Not going to happen now, obviously. But that would have been trouble for you, too, because you would have been in basketball as well. We would have both had to try to figure that out. Here's Ben Ziegler-Namoa. He looks at a strike on the outer half, 0-1. Sack fly RBI for Ben is the difference in this 2-1 game. That came back in the 5th. And then you and I will be with each other on Sunday.
Yes. Lucky you.
I know. Toss over to first. No tag applied on Iquez.
I am looking forward to those nice big fat green grapes, though, I'll tell you.
Oh, you'll I'm trying to figure out which day to get them so they're nice and fresh.
Sunday.
When I know I'm going to make a Costco run down the road before coming in. You'll have grapes for the booth and then grapes for home for the next 3 days.
Well, we can share the grapes, Josh.
It's still going to have a lot more than you need as time is called. The pitch clock, I believe, was ticking down. I think it was.
Have you seen the prices of grapes lately, Josh? I don't know how big a bag you want to get. You'd have to get a second job.
That's true. 0-1 pitch. Way high. Fastball misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, just to confirm, you said green grapes.
Green grapes.
Okay.
And they got to be seedless.
Well, of course.
Yeah. Well, they do have seeds.
Oh, I know, but no one wants to be spitting out seeds in here.
Speak for yourself.
We'll check out Iquez at first. They're lob toss over.
Yeah, the red grapes are a little dry. I mean, I'll eat them.
Well, I'll get you to try one of these days. They have cotton candy grapes.
I know. I've had
okay.
Yeah, I know what those are.
All right. That's how you know someone really likes grapes. They know that one.
I do know that. I didn't know about that phone thing you told me, but I do know my grapes.
Very interested in Iquez as they've tossed over again to check on him.
But just to let you know, Josh, bananas is my favorite fruit.
Okay.
Yeah, just to let you know for our next bet.
Gotcha. 1-1. Runner goes. Pitch swung on and fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Remember, the hit and run worked on Shimal's double that ended up bringing in Sanchez in the 5th. And right now, too, I mean, you're just trying to stay in the head of Thornton. His rhythm has been a little broken up by all those throws over to first. Trying to work his way out of this inning. Pitch, swinging a high bouncer, foul at first. It's a good 1.5 feet over the first baseman's head. But umpire John Flanagan saw that down the line and said it was foul of the line. So Iquez will take his time getting back to first base. Still a 1-2 count. 2 away in the home half of the 7th. 2-1 Rainbow Warriors.
I'm starting to feel the chill a little bit, Josh.
Only now?
Just now. Well, I mean, what time is it? I don't even know what time it is.
It's 3:31.
Yeah, the sun's starting to go down. Not quite yet, but.
Big deep breath. Pitch. Outside and low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And this has been a good crowd that has filled in a little bit since this game has started.
Not only that, it looks like everybody stayed, and they should. I mean, 2-1 ball game, bottom of the 7th. This game is in doubt still.
Absolutely. They'll check on Iquez at first. That throw was low, and on the opposite side of where Iquez was, he was tilting a little bit the other way. Well, Elijah's giving them every reason right now to pay attention to him. Decent sized lead off of first. Pitch. Swing. This one floated into center. Schenkel coming over to his right. He makes the catch for the final out of the 7th inning. Scotty, have fun downstairs. You better have a jacket because you're going to get colder down there.
I didn't bring my jacket today.
Oh, well, that stinks for you. No runs, a hit, 1 left. I'll see you Thursday at the arena.
All right, hey, bring home a win.
Do my best. It's Hawaii 2, Gonzaga 1, the 8th when we return. This is Hawaii Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
Sports Stand Sporting Goods is Hawaii's best baseball and softball store. At Sports Stand, you'll experience the largest selection of baseball and softball gloves and bats in Hawaii. You know the rules. Quality sporting goods, always at a price you can afford. Stop by Sports Stand Sporting Goods in beautiful downtown Waipio, 94-547 Uke'e Street, Suite 303. Or give them a call at 808-676-STAND. That's 808-676-7826. Remember, at Sports Stand, it's not just sporting goods, it's a way of life.
Game day is better with a burger. Honolulu Burger Company is proud to fuel UH baseball fans with 100% local grass-fed beef, fresh island ingredients, and winning flavors. Hit a home run and bite into the ultimate burger. Built by proud UH alumni. Support local, cheer loud, and taste victory with Honolulu Burger Company, where every burger scores. Visit us today at Beretania across from the Times Supermarket or at our Kaimuki location. Go to HonoluluBurgerCo.com. Go Bows!
Rainbow Warrior Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
We move to the 8th inning. Hawaii 2, Gonzaga 1. Another well-played game in this series of 4, and it has been like that since game 1. We've been treated to some good baseball here on opening weekend. As Saul Soto comes out of the Hawaii bullpen after getting the save on Friday. Soto from Rio Rico, Arizona, transferred from New Mexico State. A couple saves there last year, a 4-4 record. Of course, pitching coach Keith Zuniga previously was at New Mexico State, so those two knew each other and worked with one another before Zuni came here, and Soto a couple years later follows. They called him Big Sexy. 6 feet plus 245. 6'4", 245 is what they called him when he was there. And Coach Zuniga saying earlier, yeah, when he was at New Mexico State, they were calling him, I think it was Young Sexy. Now it's just take away the young because he's older and he's filled out a little bit more. But Soto coming off with a save on Friday, 2 1/3 innings of work, replacing Tsubasa Tomi, who pitched well out of the pen. The first man that Soto will face, as I'm not sure what Rich Hill right now is. I think he's going to make a defensive sub. He's calling over Ben Ziegler-Namoa and Draven Nushida. And looks like he's going to make a change here defensively, it appears. And I would imagine that's going to mean Ziegler-Namoa going into the outfield. Or is it? I don't know. This is interesting. I'm not sure what is happening here. But it looks like Christian Hoffman. Okay. So Nushida's coming out of the game. Hoffman's going to come in and play. Or, excuse me, I beg your pardon. It's Tino Bethencourt who's going to go over to first base. Ziegler-Namoa is going to move out to center field. And Kamada Nahaku's going to go from center to right. It almost seemed like that should have happened earlier, and it didn't for whatever reason. And so, Rich Hill's kind of like, hey, let's make this happen. What are we doing here? It's a first pitch strike to Bo Schinkel. This in-game adjustments brought to you by Lex Brody's Tire Company. Wear your University of Hawaii apparel when you visit any Oahu Lex Brody's location and get an additional 5% off your purchase. Schinkel 1 for 3, a single back in the third inning. 0-1. Schinkel fouls that off the inside of his right foot. And it's 0-2. The other reason I say that is because it ultimately kind of freezes your pitcher after he got all those warm-up tosses in. And then all of a sudden he's got to pause for about a minute or so. And that can kind of work as a little bit of a disadvantage. Next pitch is high. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes to Schinkel. Bethencourt would come in Nushida's spot in the order. That would be the 8th hole. 1-2. Swing and a bouncer the opposite side of the infield, third base side, foul. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yoshida was 0 for 3 up to this point. Soto ready, 1-2. Swing and a liner right past Bethencourt at first and into right field. So second hit for Schinkel, and the tying run is on base here in the 8th inning. And that will bring Noah Meffert to the plate. So let's see. Gonzaga, their late inning work really was in the 12th yesterday. They scored 5 in the 12th inning to get the 7-2 win. As the first pitch is changeup low to Meffert, 1-0. Singled in the 6th, he's 1 for 3. One 0 count. Next offering. And slider up in the zone, a called strike. Mikey Bell is on deck. You look out in right at Nahaku, and he is really, really deep in right field. Now walking in a couple of steps and moving toward the line as they'll check in on the runner at first, and he's back. The winds have just been blowing all weekend, and it's supposed to continue through the week to a lesser variety. Another check throw over to first. So the outfield left to right now for Hawaii with the defensive changes. Gabe Wright in left, Ben Ziegler-Namoa in center, and Kamada Nahaku in right. 1-1. Swing and a line back foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You might wonder, Gonzaga's not putting a play on here with a runner at first being the tying runner and nobody out, but being that Meffert is your best hitter coming into this game, hitting .429 entering today's contest, .412 to the second, maybe you don't want to take the bat out of his hands. Here's a soft bouncer, third base sided foul, just off the end of the bat. Stays 1-2. We've had wind gusts above 30 miles an hour. Count 1-2. Soto's pitch runs high. He almost felt like he rushed that fastball out of his right hand. 2-2. 90 miles an hour. 2-2 to Meffert. Swing. That's right by Bethencourt at first and into right field. Schinkel rounding second, racing for third. He'll get there. Runners at the corners now with nobody out, and Gonzaga's got a real threat here. And that was hit cued right by Bethencourt. It was just out of reach. And that will bring up the dangerous Mikey Bell. Doubled in the 6th inning off the right field fence. And Rich Hill coming out of the Hawaii dugout. We've seen Garmin up and loosening. I cannot imagine that would be a move here, given you're talking about Garmin, a left-handed pitcher, and Bell hitting from the right side. I can't think that would be a move. But Hill, before he moves to the mound, took a little bit of a right turn, I think, to ensure how many timeouts he's used and has left with home plate umpire Matthias Frommelt. It's a 2-1 game. Hawaii scored 2 in the bottom of the 5th. Tate Shimau with an RBI double right past the third base bag. And then Ben Ziegler-Namoa's RBI sac fly. Gonzaga would get one of those runs back in the 6th on Hudson Shoup's sac fly RBI to center. Home plate umpire right on the top of the bump saying, hey, we need to move here. And the meeting's over. Right now, there's no work going on in the bullpen. Garmin, who was throwing earlier, is just kind of standing around. But it's going to be Bell here at the plate. A double, a walk, a fly out. 2 on Hawaii top 8. Pitch to Bell. Swung on and drifting out of play to the right foul. Tsubasa Tomi, by the way, just to give him some credit for what he did, he went an inning with a strikeout. 0-1 to Bell. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball left up. Bell was a little late on the swing. No balls and 2 strikes. Hawaii's bullpen has allowed a run on 3 hits since Liam O'Brien's exit. Next pitch is fought off, foul back to the right. Again, Soto trying to go up for the second straight time with another fastball. Left fielder right shaded a little closer to the alley. Center fielder Ziegler Namoa brushing toward right center. 0-2. In on the hands, bounced right side, but that one quickly tails foul. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Schenkel singled, he's at third. Meffert singled, he's at first. Rich Hill, a couple steps out of the dugout, yelling out some defensive instructions. Pitch, breaking ball, hit hard left side foul. Right off the fence in front of the empty Aloha deck. Well, it's not empty. There's a couple people out there. Not sure if they're part of the Aloha deck or they're just kind of hanging out because they can. Still 0-2, but it seems like Bell a little more comfortable at the plate. Pitch, swinging a high chopper to third. Third baseman has it. His only play, Shimals is to first. It's in time to retire Bell, but Schenkel comes in from third on the ground out, and we've got a brand new game. We're tied at 2. That's just one where it was just hit so hard off the turf that there was just no chance for a play. So new game, it's 2-2. Meffert's over at second, and here's Hudson Shoup, sac fly RBI, back in the 6th. Soto ready. And the righty deals. Fastball way up and outside, 1-0. That also takes away the potential for a winning decision for Liam O'Brien. 2-hit shutout over 5 innings with 4 strikeouts and 2 walks in his first appearance of the year. 1-0. Fastball taken, strike in the outer half. 1 ball, 1 strike. So this is almost like here we go again. Another game that the late innings will truly decide. Had that all weekend, 1-1. That's a slider, foul back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. With 1 out. Soto fires. Fastball misses upstairs. I'm not sure if the crowd didn't like that it was a ball or they've just gotten a little restless. Not a lot of offense. Pitching's been the star this weekend, but offense is needed. Look at second, 2-2. Just missed a bit high. Another fastball. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. Hawaii on its 5th pitcher of the afternoon. Soto offers. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Breaking ball running down on the left-handed hitter. That's the second time Shoup has struck out today. And with 2 out, Ryder Young will step in. And Young is still looking for his first hit of the day. He is 0 for 3. We're tied at 2 here in the top of the 8th. That's a good slider by Soto. Righty versus righty. As the pitch to Young is a fastball high and tight, 1-0. Struck out in the second, fouled out to the catcher Sanchez in the fourth, grounded out 4-3 in the sixth. Look at second, 1-0. Fastball hit through the left side, base hit. They're giving the wave around to Meffert. Here comes the throw from right in left field. It is caught off, and the go-ahead run scores on Young's RBI single. Gonzaga 3, Hawaii 2, as Young drives in Meffert from second as part of a 2-run eighth inning. Hawaii has been the team that has had the timely at-bats the first two games. It's been Gonzaga here in the back part of the weekend series. 3-2 Bulldogs, top 8. Here's Tommy Eisenstadt, and he takes a breaking ball upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. A double and a single for Eisenstadt. He's 2 for 3. Hawaii's bullpen still fairly quiet right now. 1-0. That runs down and in. Almost got the feet of the hitter. Young decides he's going to stay put at first base as the ball was rolling to the right of Sanchez. Counts 2-0. Soto pitch. That's a strike taken. Tight little bender on the outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. Hawaii in the bottom of the 8th will have 4, 5, and 6. Reading to start things off. 2-1, skied in the air. Shallow right toward foul territory. Watanabe, the second baseman, can't make the catch. Just out of his reach. Nahaku was coming in, the right fielder. Watanabe trying to reach over his shoulder. Looked like that just took a last millisecond turn. Couldn't bring it in. That wind, regardless home or visitor, has been frustrating. And that was certainly wind-aided to the detriment of Watanabe and Nahaku. Pitch. Swing. This one off the end of the bat, floating foul to the left. Nahaku, you may recall, started the game in center field. He's in right now. You're starting at the top of this half inning. They brought in Bethencourt at first, and they moved Ziegler and Namoa to the outfield. 2-2 to Eisenstadt. Swing, this one on the hands, floated behind first. Watanabe toward the line. The second baseman makes the catch and ends the inning. But Gonzaga with 2 big runs here in the 8th. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a base runner left. We'll go to the last of the 8th. It is Gonzaga 3 and Hawaii 2. This is Hawaii Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
Rainbow basketball season is here, and Hele's running full court press on savings. Save 25 cents per gallon on fuel every day when you download the Hele app. That's right, save 25 cents per gallon every single day with the Hele app. Plus, use your Hele Kama'aina rewards points for a refuel or a spam musubi. Whether you're courtside or watching from home, Hele's got the winning play. Download the app to redeem.
Hele on! While Hawaii's public employees were hard at work, politicians in Washington handed billionaires massive tax breaks. Now Hawaii lawmakers may need to cut essential public services to cover the shortfall. That could mean inadequate food safety protections, fewer health services, and weakened public safety. When Hawaii calls, who will be there to answer? Tell your lawmakers, protect Hawaii's vital public services. A message from HGEA.
Rainbow Warrior Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
Hawaii trailing 3-2 as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 2 big runs in the top half has now given reliever Joe Thornton, who has been on since the 5th inning, a little bit of relief, if you will. He's pitching on a different side of the ledger. face Jake Redding, Cody Watanabe, and Gabe Wright. Gonzaga's bullpen yesterday consisted of one man, and it was Landon Hood, who went 6 1/3 innings of relief, didn't allow an earned run to pick up his first career win. It's Thornton here, who came on with 1 out in the 5th. First pitch to Jake Redding, and he yanks that into left field. Moving back is Young, or check that, that is Young, the left fielder, who dives, coming back in and makes the catch for out number 1. Young at the last moment saw that ball kind of diving to the ground, and he had to dive forward to make the play. So Redding quickly retired. And now Cody Watanabe. There is a right-hander tossing in the bullpen. Nothing serious seeming. Pitch to the left-handed hitting Watanabe. He takes a curveball for strike 1. 1 for 3 is the Hawaii second baseman. Singled in the 4th. Has flied out to right and has struck out. Next pitch from the left-hander Thornton. And Watanabe fists that one foul into the 3rd row above the Hawaii dugout on the left side. And there's a fan who just sat there. He just turned his body. He wanted nothing to do with the baseball, but just wanted to so nonchalantly just be like, yeah, not for me, while looking at his phone. Next pitch. Curveball away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Batting average for the moment, 235. 1-2. Curveball way outside and low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I wonder if we see Soto back out for the 9th. White bullpen's not working at the moment. 2-2. Swing, and that's yanked right back up the middle, a base hit. Watanabe did a great job of bringing his hands right back in. Put that on the ground right past Thornton. So the tying run is on base with 1 out. And Gabe Wright, who came on as a defensive replacement in the 7th inning. Well, let's see. Will he hit? Will he not hit? Rich Hills walked down. He's asked the home plate umpire to take a look at the order, and now is going to use an offensive timeout to talk to Wright. You think maybe this could be one of those situations? Wright is 0 for 3. Watanabe was, I think, thinking about coming down to join the offensive timeout. Instead, he's told to go back to first and wait for instructions there. So Wright will hit. Grad student, 0 for 3. (3-2) Gonzaga, bottom 8. Thornton the lefty, Wright showing bunt. Third baseman racing in. Pitch. Wright pulls the bat back and takes a breaking ball off the plate outside. One of Wright's biggest assets, and we saw it last year at Quinnipiac, his ability to run. So speed is certainly big for him, and before we neatly see the next pitch, we see Brandon Harmon, Gonzaga's associate head coach and pitching coach, come out and bring the entire infield together. You got 2 righties who are up in the Bulldogs bullpen. So you got to think maybe Thornton's time is coming a little short here. He's thrown 55 pitches in 3 innings of relief. 4 strikeouts and a walk. He's scattered 3 hits. But I think this is also a time you're seeing Wright for the first time. So you take that opportunity to kind of deliver a scouting report on Wright. Garrett Gores, Michael Keneally are the 2 up and loosening for the Bulldogs in the bullpen. And that misses. 2 balls, no strikes. Cornelia, right-hander. So is Gores. They're both righties up there in the bullpen. 2-0 to right. Bat over his right shoulder. Pitch. Fastball right. Slices it into center field for a hit. Watanabe will stop at second base. And now Hawaii has the tying and go-ahead runs on base in the 8th. Wright's first hit is a Rainbow Warrior. And when you know you've got something brewing, a lot of that is when you see balls hit right back up the middle. And that's 2 in a row. Kamada Nahaku singled and stole a base in the 6th. He's also walked and grounded out, and that's going to be it for Joe Thornton. Mark Maktoff, the 23rd season at the helm of Gonzaga. He will walk out of the first base dugout, and he's going to call for one of his 2 right-handers out of the bullpen. Thornton was fantastic for Gonzaga, as their relievers for the most part have been. But today, this was a day where Hawaii started to put a little bit of a threat on, and Gonzaga is now going to have to try to do what Hawaii has really had to try to do, and that is just hold on. So with this call to the bullpen, we'll step away. 2 on, 1 out, bottom of the 8th inning. Gonzaga 3, Hawaii 2. With this pitching change, we'll step aside for a minute. This is Hawaii Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
IU Pat District Council 50 is proud to represent Hawaii's union painters, drywall finishers, glazers, and floor covering professionals. Our members build, protect, and beautify Hawaii every single day with skill, pride, and aloha. We provide industry-leading training, strong wages, great benefits, and a clear path to success. If you are ready for a better career and a brighter future, join IU Pat District Council 50 today. Build your future, build Hawaii. For more details, go to dc50.org.
This is Freddie and Harry.
The NBA does not worry about tanking, bringing a black mark to the league. You know why? Because when the playoffs roll around, nobody's going to be talking about tanking. Nobody's going to be talking about Utah Jazz and the Sacramento Kings and the Indiana Pacers sitting players. The tanking issue, it's not immediate creation, but fans and media members are more exercised about that than the NBA really is. Tune in weekdays at noon on ESPN Honolulu and the ESPN Honolulu app.
Rainbow Warrior Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
We'll tell you about the new Gonzaga pitcher, Garrett Gores, here in just a second. First, we pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is Hawaii Baseball on ESPN Honolulu, presented by Sports Stand Sporting Goods.
This is ESPN Honolulu, KKEA Honolulu, AM 1420 and K224FR, Honolulu, 92.7 FM.
Right-hander Garrett Gores, out of Spokane, Washington. He's a grad student, previously at Spokane Falls Community College. 6'1", 215, 2-2 record last year with 3 saves at Gonzaga with a 6.29 earned run average, 42 strikeouts, and 17 walks. So the righty working, Joe Thornton. I mean, give the young man some credit. 3 innings of work, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, a walk. He did have a wild pitch. 41 of his 58 pitches were strikes. No time bigger than now here for Hawaii's offense, who has put together 7 hits. Kamada Nahaku up with Watanabe at second, right at first, 1 away. Pitch to Nahaku. And he takes a fastball, breezing over the inner half of the plate for a strike. Nahaku 1 for 2. Next pitch, here it comes. That's a slider that runs away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Watanabe and Wright's hits both coming back-to-back at bats after the leadoff line out to left. 1-1. Pitched low and outside. Like a breaking ball that nearly got away from DePaulo behind the plate. It's 2-1. Saw some big secondary jumps taken by both Wright and Watanabe in first and second, respectively. How aggressive does Hawaii want to get? 2-1. They'll turn, they'll throw to second, and just getting back in is Watanabe. Got the right hand in at the base. I mean, you kind of did wonder a little bit, right? I mean, you've seen Hawaii employ the hit and run a couple times in this game, once bringing in a run. 2-1. Swing. This is ripped out of play to the right and foul. Count now 2-2. Wind picking up once again. And a little bit of the Manoa mist, it seems, starting to come down here. 2-2. Swing. He went around. Couldn't hold himself off of a curveball tailing low and out of the zone, and Nahaku strikes out. 2 away here in the 8th. Pretty gutsy at bat he was putting together. And then just a well-located breaking pitch. So Bethencourt is going to be pinch hit for by Christian Hoffman. This in-game adjustment brought to you by Lex Brody's Tire Company. We're your University of Hawaii apparel when you visit any Oahu Lex Brody's location and get an additional 5% off your purchase. Hoffman hitting 1 for 6 so far in the year. The Oklahoma transfer has a run driven in. He'll put up a left-handed bat here against the righty on the bump. A left-handed hitter in these conditions, if he gets a hold of one, it could be deep trouble. Cody Watanabe at second, Gabe Wright at first. 2 out, 2 on, 3-2 Gonzaga, bottom of the 8th. And now the pitcher will step off, Will Gores. I don't have a view of the pitch clock here. It's kind of tilted away from us here on radio, so we don't get to see it. The clock was at 7 by the time he stepped off, so it couldn't have been a clock issue. Look at second pitch to Hoffman. Checks his swing. Breaking ball runs down and in, 1-0. That's actually not a bad pitch to throw. With that curveball, run down and in, make him chase it. 1-0. Another breaking ball, hard hit left side. Underneath Watanabe, the shortstop gets it, throws it to first in time. Boy, good effort by Cisneros, the shortstop. Watanabe had to avoid the ball hitting him, so he kind of skipped his feet past the baseball. Cisneros had to look through all of that and able to glove it, make the play over to first, and get the out to end the inning. No runs, 2 hits, 2 base runners left. We go to the 9th. It's Gonzaga 3, Hawaii 2. This is Hawaii Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
In the automotive industry, time and trust mean everything. Miss an electrical problem, and it can mean big problems for your operation. That's why Napa believes in testing the 5 critical components in every vehicle: the battery, starter, alternator, relay, and serpentine belt. And why we deliver the parts, tools, and expertise you need to catch problems before they become breakdowns. So test every vehicle and trust the name that keeps your bays busy and your business moving full speed ahead.
Napa know-how.
Not all filters are created equal. That's why pros choose Napa Gold. Filters built for performance, protection, and reliability. Every Napa Gold filter is engineered to meet or exceed OE specifications, delivering the quality and confidence your shop depends on while preventing costly comebacks. Raise the bar in your shop with the filters trusted by professionals and drivers who expect more. Napa Gold, the gold standard in every vehicle.
Napa know-how.
Hawaii Baseball on ESPN Honolulu. Brought to you by Fantastic Sam's Cotton Collar.
9th inning from Les Murakami Stadium, 3-2. Gonzaga looking to earn a split of this weekend series with Hawaii. 2 runs in the top of the 8th inning may get them there, although Hawaii is going to have to rally in the bottom of the 9th. New first baseman is Josh Martin. He enters the game for Christian Hoffman, who is pinch hitting for Tito Bethancourt. An in-game adjustment brought to you by Lex Brody's Tire Company. Wear your University of Hawaii apparel when you visit any Oahu Lex Brody's location and get an additional 5% off your purchase. I'm also very curious here. Rich Hill with the home plate umpire with whatever they're doing to the lineup card. And now I think Gonzaga has a question looking at said lineup card. And I think whatever question there was seems like that might have been answered. That also puts a little bit of a pause in Saul Soto's warm-up as he is back. I think we may get another change here too. Jake, you know what it is Jake Redding is going to catch. So that's the other portion of this now. Jake Redding's going to catch. And that means the pitcher's spot enters, or the pitcher now enters the batting order. And this would be in the 9 spot. So Redding will catch. And that means, as of right now, it's Soto who would hit 9th. And that's actually the first hitter in the 9th inning. Well, right now, I mean, you want your best catcher behind the plate. First pitch to Andy Cisneros is a strike from Soto. 0-1. Cisneros 0 for 2 with a walk. So lots of adjustments. 0-1. That's a curveball low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. So outfield, Gabe Wright, Ben Ziegler, Namoa, Kamana, Nahaku. Infield, third to first, Tate Shimao, Elijah Iquez, Cody Watanabe, Josh Martin. Fastball foul tipped at the plate. It's 1-2. Jake Redding now behind the plate, working with Soto, who was charged with those 2 runs given up in the 8th. 1 ball, 2 strikes, next pitch. Breaking ball, waved at and fouled off. It's out in front, poking it back toward where the on-deck circle would be. Brandon Cabrera up next, followed by Luca DiPaolo. Soto winds and deals. That's fastball shoulder high. 2-2. Outfield. As the pitch to right, check swing. It's counted in. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Or pitch to Cisneros. Looking at right out in left field. It is much more shaded toward left center. Maybe a step in, too, with the right-handed hitter and the way the wind's been blowing. 3-2. Swaying that one, line foul. Well foul of left field. Cisneros battling in this at-bat. Count still full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Both bullpens now are quiet. Soto's 3-2, the pitch. Swing, and this one driven to center. Moving back is Ziegler Namoa. Now comes into his left, makes the catch, 1 out. So it will be interesting for sure once you go to the 9th inning. Who hits in the 9 spot? As we'll get a pinch hitter here for Cabrera, it's going to be Kainoa Santiago. We'll see his first at bat of the weekend. Santiago from Portland, Oregon, a left-handed freshman at 5'11", 170. So first collegiate at bat for Santiago. For the DH, Cabrera. Left-handed hitter waits. Soto keeps looking in. Gets a sign he likes. Now brings hand to glove. Pitch. And that's a slider. Take it for a strike. 0-1. Yeah, so the number 9 hitter would be up. And then It's 1-2. Next pitch, 0-1. Here's a bouncer foul. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm seeing the way that they're putting it actually might be a little bit different because I'm thinking, okay, they took the DH out of play, and that was Redding. He's now catching. But they may have actually, because I'm seeing the change at first. Fastball's high, 1-2. Technically, they're saying Martin came in Sanchez's spot. That could very well be what it is. 1-2. That's strike three called. Fastball on the outside corner, and there's 2 out. Soto trying to bounce back. He's been out there since getting the first out of the 7th, or since Tomey got the first out of the 7th. Now he'll face DePaulo, the catcher. 0 for 3, grounded out 1-3 his last time. So I guess we'll all just wait and see. If Martin comes in to hit as the first one up, then that will tell us that the sub was different than initially viewed as the first pitch strike to DePaulo. And that's one of the things that's tougher up here. You could have subs for multiple guys, and sometimes you might not know who's subbing for who if it's like a multiple person sub. This one ripped into left center field. That's a base hit for the number 9 hitter, as Wright scoops it up and brings it back in. DePaulo on base. Hawaii trailing Gonzaga 3-2 in the top of the 9th. Top of the order now for Bo Schinkel. Has singled twice and has scored. He is 2 for 4. Schinkel was 2 for 5 yesterday with an RBI and 2 runs scored. Soto sets, delivers a fastball, gives a strike right on the outside corner. 0-1. We've had a mostly sunny day, even with the wind. It's a gorgeous Monday afternoon. Next pitch, strike taken right at the knees, 0-2. Hawaii just wants to make sure it has a chance here. Try to put some Manoa magic together here to round out the weekend. 0-2. Checks his swing. Fastball misses high. Hawaii had the walk-off at opening night in 10 innings. These haven't. Scott said it right earlier. These have been well-played games between these two. 1-2. Fastball off the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That wind continuing to just barrel its way through. 2-2 count pitch. Breaking ball outside. Count full now, 3-2. That's a good call. It's off the plate, not by much. And that will send DePaulo on the move from first. 3-2. Swing, and that is rolled off the inside of the right leg of Schinkel. We'll do it again. Sometimes I think the fans see an expanded strike zone because so many catchers now just try to frame so much. Strike zone just doesn't look the same anymore to a lot of guys. 3-2, swing. This one popped shallow center field. It's going to drop for a base hit in front of Ziegler Namoa. Over to third goes DePaulo, and runners are at the corners on that little blooper into shallow center. It was out of the reach of Iquez, the shortstop, who was on his horse. Ziegler Namoa couldn't catch up to it. Schinkel now has 3 hits. And now with runners at first and third, here's Noah Mefford. Has singled in each of his last 2 at-bats. 2 for 4 on the afternoon. They're holding the runner at first. That's Schinkel. Apollo's at third. and Soto will step off the rubber. Gonzaga 3, Hawaii 2, top of the ninth. Pitch. Fastball, roller left side. Iquez charges, has steps on second himself to get the force, and that ends the inning. Gonzaga threatens. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 base runners left. Can Hawaii come back in the bottom of the ninth inning? They will have the number 9 spot in the order, then Shimao, then Iquez. 9-1-2. Bulldogs lead it 3-2. This is Hawaii Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
Aloha from Waiakea. As a proud corporate sponsor of University of Hawaii Athletics, we're committed to keeping our athletes and fans hydrated with delicious volcanic water straight from the Big Island. Rooted in Hawaiian values, we believe in honoring the Aina, land, supporting our community, and living with aloha in everything we do. You can find us at most stores across the islands or learn more at waiakea.com. Live aloha, drink Waiakea.
Here's Dr. Andrew Baldwin with a heart health tip from Hawaii Pacific Health.
Heart disease is one of the leading causes of death for men and women, but prevention is key to reducing your risk. Take charge of your heart health by maintaining a healthy diet, exercising regularly, and monitoring risk factors like blood pressure, cholesterol, and your family history of heart disease to live healthier.
To learn more, visit hawaiipacifichealth.org/heart centers.
Rainbow Warrior Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
Go to the bottom of the ninth. Hawaii would love to earn a series win, but they're going to have to come back to do it. Trailing 3-2 here to Gonzaga, who has been a very game team out of the West Coast Conference. We think we know now what the sub pattern here was to get the DH out of play, because Josh Martin's going to hit ninth, and he'll be up first here. Peyton Miller is the new shortstop for Gonzaga, by the way, and they have a new catcher, it appears. That's Reese Shurman. So what it looks like here, Martin was subbed in for the catcher. And the first pitch to Martin, his first at bat, is a strike. 0 for 5 to start the year for the left-handed hitting Martin. 0-1. Takes one up and in, 1-1. And the pitcher's spot becomes the 8 hole. And that technically would be where Soto is. That would make a lot more sense with the way that sub pattern went. 1-1. Fastball above the letters. 2 balls and a strike. So it's Martin, then the top of the order with Shimao and Iquez. Hawaii being out hit 10-7. Outscored 3-2. 2-1. Swing and a strike 2. That was a very tantalizing pitch, left just around the letters at 89 miles an hour. And Martin was late on it. 2-2. Swings and sends this one out of play. Out to the left. Still 2-2. Gonzaga was down 2-0 after 5. Scored a run in the 6th and 2 in the 8th to take the lead. That's been all the scoring we've had. 2-2. Martin fights it back foul to the screen. Part of the issue, Gonzaga has had a base runner on every inning except for the first. They've stranded 8 total. Two balls, 2 strikes. The line to the pitch. Swing, and that one fouled off his foot. I mean, he got fooled by that breaking ball that was coming in on him. He'll kind of stretch himself out. Get the feeling back in that right foot. And step back in the box against Gores. 2/3 of an inning in relief for Gores with a strikeout. He's ready. We'll wind up the pitch. And that's strike 3. Slider on the outside edge of the plate. And Martin down looking. One away here in the bottom of the ninth. And Tate Shimao will step up to face Gores. Shimao had the RBI double that put Hawaii ahead in the fifth. He is 1 for 4. That RBI double was his first of the season. And he looks at a fastball shoulder high, 1-0. Still, it's been a tough start to the year for Tate. 1 for 17. Next pitch. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. 1-1. Elijah Iquez is on deck. 1-1. Another curveball that swung on and missed, rolling off the outside corner. Gonzaga's bullpen was masterful yesterday. It's looking good right now. And Hood was brilliant in 6+. Pitch. Swing. This one off the end of the bat, floating right side, and will go out of play. Count stays 1-2. Gores, before that, it was Joe Thornton for 3 innings. It's 4 hits allowed by the Gonzaga bullpen. Pitch. Fastball lined into right field. That's a base hit. Shimao gets on base as the ball is brought back in quickly from Mefford in right. And the tying run is on base with 1 out. That's just simple hitting, guiding it the opposite way. Gores just kept going away. That pitch was middle out, and he just went right with where they've been going against him almost all the at-bat. So Shimao at first. Here's Iquez. Has been hit by a pitch, has walked, has singled. He's 1 for 2. Pitch to the Hawaii shortstop is down and away, blocked in the turf by Shorman, who just checked in a short time ago. Ball 1. 3-2 Gonzaga, bottom of the ninth. Gonzaga bullpen may start to see some stirring soon. If Gores runs into any more trouble, he'll snap one over to first. Back in is Shimao. Outfield, right fielder Mefford playing a few steps deep. And the winds have been steadily blowing left to right all game. They're holding the runner at first. They'll throw there again, and a bouncer over to the first baseman, Eisenstadt. And Shimao's back in. First base umpire is going to give Shimao some time to get recollected. Something got in his eye, it looked like, in his left eye off the dive. 1 ball, no strikes to Iquez. Gores' pitch. Bunt shown. Iquez pulls the bat back. It's a strike. They tried to surprise Gonzaga. Looking drag bunt. It was a good location on that pitch. It was down and in. It would not have been a good one to bunt, to be honest. Iquez pulled the bat back. It was still a strike. They'll toss another one over to first, and throw is a little short of the base and a little wide, but Shimao back in. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the ninth. 3-2 Gonzaga. Pitch. Swing. This one lined into left field. That drops for a hit. Right in front of Young. Shimao stops at second base. The tying run is now in scoring position, and the winning run is at first base. And the Bulldog bullpen is going to get stirring in a hurry. As Ben Ziegler-Namoa who's 0 for 2 with a sac fly RBI, will step up. And this crowd, those who have remained here, and many of them have, feeling some life in them. As Gonzaga's head coach saunters out of the first base dugout. And that appears to be it for Gores. 2/3 of an inning. Did have a strikeout, but that's all to his ledger. He is responsible for the 2 on base. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we return here to Manoa. It's a good one. 3-2. Hawaii threatening to tie or maybe even win it in the bottom of the ninth. 2 on, 1 out. Gonzaga 3, Hawaii 2. With this pitching change, we'll step aside for a minute. This is Hawaii Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
Things people don't believe in. Little green aliens. Bigfoot. And that Spectrum TV combines all your favorite streaming apps with live TV at no extra cost. But that one is actually true. You get over $100 worth of streaming apps like HBO Max, Hulu, Paramount Plus, Peacock, AMC Plus, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
This is Freddie and Harry.
The NBA does not worry about tanking, bringing a black mark to the league. You know why? Because when the playoffs roll around, nobody's going to be talking about tanking. Nobody's going to be talking about Utah Jazz and the Sacramento Kings and the Indiana Pacers sitting players. The tanking issue, it's not a media creation, but fans and media members are more exercised about that than the NBA really is. Tune in weekdays at noon on ESPN Honolulu and the ESPN Honolulu app.
Rainbow Warrior Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
3-2 Gonzaga, bottom of the ninth inning. And Frank Williams is the new pitcher for the Bulldogs. A junior from Denver, Colorado, transfer from Rich Hill's former school eons ago, being Cal Lutheran. So the left-hander getting his tosses in. Hawaii has threatened here. 2 one-out singles. Has made this one interesting. Shimao, he's at second base. Iquez is at first. Ben Ziegler-Nomoa, the veteran, coming up to the plate here. Final line on Gores. He did go an inning. Allowed 2 hits. Has not allowed a run. But he is responsible for the 2 on base. Did have 2 strikeouts, no walks. So lefty versus lefty here. Another reason for this particular move being made. Ziegler-Nomoa stepping in. Shimao at second, Iquez at first. Pitch to the plate. And that's down low. Bounces in front of home plate. It was blocked by Shorman. Ball 1. Drove in a run on a sac fly earlier, his second of the year. Shimao's got to be cautious with his lead off of second. 1-0. That fastball grazes the bottom part of the strike zone. It's 1-1. Shimao does represent the tying run, and Hawaii does have action in the bullpen in case this game extends. 1-1. Swing and a bouncer middle of the diamond that gets into center field. Shimao around third. He's going to come in to score. Throw over to third. Iquez is safe. And we're tied at 3. Ziegler-Nomoa's RBI single makes this a brand new game. And how's about the heady running of Iquez going from first to third? Although right now we will have a review on the play at third, which could be massive here because that is the winning run potentially at third base. But the umpires will go underneath the tent and take a look at it. Ziegler Namoa to the right side of second base, our right side of second base, knocked it through for a base hit. The question is what happened at third. Iquez looked safe from our vantage point. We'll see if we get a look at it here in a moment. That run scored brought to you by Sports Stand Sporting Goods. It's not just sporting goods, it's a way of life. We're tied at 3, bottom of the ninth. But this call is so important. Gonzaga asking for a review on whether Iquez was safe or out at third base. It's either the second out of the inning or he's safe and the winning run's at third with just one out. We're going to watch it here on our Spectrum Sports monitor. The throw is a little high. He's got to bring the tag down. If there's any question, the question would be, did Iquez ever come off the base? I don't see that necessarily. I also see Rich Hill laying down on the turf to get a look at it himself. Basically laying down on his stomach, arms out, to try to get a good look at it. Hard to tell. Haven't seen a good angle that shows us anything different. But the umpires continue to look at this one. I mean, it looks like the hand is in, it appears. In just a moment, we should hear from our home plate umpire. Let's see if we can get audio of him here.
After review, runner at third is safe.
So the winning run is now 90 feet away. And Jake Redding, who has been one of the more impressive Rainbow Warriors this weekend, will come to the plate. You got a base open there at second. Iquez at third. Ziegler Namoa at first. One out. We're tied at 3. Pitch to Redding. Checks his swing. Ball bounced away, and that's over. Coming in to score from third is Iquez. And the Rainbow Warriors will mob at home plate Iquez. Hawaii wins it 4-3 on a walk-off wild pitch. All it takes is a little bit of pressure. It's what Hawaii preaches on the base paths. And it played out perfectly in the ninth. That ball bounced down and in. Got away from Schurman, who, remember, Schurman just came in the ninth inning to catch. And that is a stunning way. Gonzaga had fought so hard, came back to take the lead in the 8th inning. But Hawaii gets those two back in order to get the win. 4-3, Hawaii over Gonzaga. What a well-played series between these two. Yes, Hawaii takes the series 3-1, but you had fantastic baseball from the first pitch all the way to the very last run. Here on the walk-off wild pitch. 4-3, Hawaii over Gonzaga, your final. We'll come back with plenty more here in just a moment. You're listening to Hawaii Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
I'm Hal. I'm Jerry.
I'm K-Hal.
We got your lumber.
We've got your hardware.
Bring your lumber list.
Email us your list.
Bring me your blueprint.
We've got you covered.
Get a quote from us. Itagyutilista nyo kanya.
Get a quote from us.
Get a quote from us. We've got you covered.
We love our customers.
Go where the contractors go. Hardware Hawaii. Contractor's choice.
It's only getting every customer's order right. It's only a point-of-sale system connected by Spectrum fiber-powered business internet, helping you track hundreds of secure transactions. And it's all backed by 24/7 US-based customer support and local technicians. It's only everything. Get Business Internet Advantage free forever when you get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. Visit spectrum.com/free for life to find out how. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
Rainbow Warrior Baseball on ESPN Honolulu.
Hawaii earns its second walk-off win here in the early season. And, of course, it's not Rich Hill Hawaii baseball if it's not for every odd way to find a way to end it. Friday night, it was a bunt and a throwing error. Tonight, it's a wild pitch. Go figure. That's the team's ability to figure out a way to win no matter what the situation is, and Hawaii has done that here. Final score of 4-3. Time to take a look at our final stats. The